Won't you tell me, girl? Yeah. I'm not, baby. Hey. When I'm telling you, girl, hey, little love come, baby, make me go crazy. See, I don't see nothing wrong loving you all night long. Hey, tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. And we got a show for y'all tonight, y'all. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, babe. And who? Hey, we got a show for y'all tonight. We got a show for y'all tonight, man. Anyway, I want y'all to come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is nothing but the Truth Podcast. I want y'all to come over. It's going to be an absolute movie tonight. We locked in. Come over to the YouTube channel. I'm going to have a couple of influencers up. We doing a live podcast tonight. We doing a live podcast tonight. Click this link for my books, one-on-one sessions, and merch. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, babe. Then who? Tell me what you want. Anyway, I want you guys to come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is nothing but the Truth Podcast. I hope that everybody is having a great night. We are in my office, of course. Whenever you see green, you think of me, right? Whenever you see green, I want you guys to think of me, right? And so what you see behind me, that is my books, right? So those are my books. I actually have 4 books to be exact. But those are my books. So when you see those, when you see green, you think of me. What behind me? What is behind me is my book. Yes, those are my books. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I heard you kind of got a little freaky side, and if you wanna let more, tell me what you're looking. Who know that? Judge? I know that. What? I ain't gonna keep doing it. But anyway, we're gonna answer questions tonight. I'm gonna have some influencers come up. And yeah, we're gonna lock in. We're gonna get to it tonight. We're gonna get to it tonight, man. My name is Truth Hurts. Like I said, I give some of the best advice in the world. If you want my merchandise, if you want tickets to my show, so forth and so forth, all of that is available. And you know what? I don't really need this one for TikTok. Everybody on TikTok, come over to my YouTube channel. Once again, it's nothing but the Truth Podcast on YouTube. And like I said, those books that you see behind me, those are my audio ebooks, which are nothing but the Truth Podcast. So for all of my people, right, that's trying to come on to the live, y'all come on over. We gonna get to it. Let me put this link in here. I got some people coming up. And listen, when I get these, can you guys hear me clearly? When I got these people that are coming up, right? I want you guys to not take it easy on them. We're gonna have a live panel tonight. Click the link. Y'all can hear me clearly? All right, cool. I'm gonna put this link up right now so I can invite my guest. What topics do you want us to talk about this evening? Just let me know. And we'll get straight to it. TikTok, how y'all feeling? TikTok, how y'all feeling? Come over to my YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. We will not start the podcast until we get at least 100 people in here. At least. So come on over to the YouTube channel. We're going to talk tonight. We talking about child support tonight. We talking about baby mamas tonight. We'll talk about emotional intelligence tonight. I am going to have a super panel up here this evening. Yep. And if you're interested in my books, those are 3 of my 4 books that are available right now. Yep. Those books behind me are 3 of my 4 books that are available right now. And yeah, that's what we on this evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How long do you wait to see if a situationship turns into something more? Why would you have the false belief that a situationship is about to turn into something more? Why would you have the false belief that a situationship is about to turn into something more? Could you explain that for me? Why would you think that? Tell me why you would think that. Everybody come over to my YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Everybody on Instagram, come on over. We're gonna bring some influencers up tonight. Let's talk about my girl. Let's talk about your girl, my boy. Where's she at? So let me say a couple of things about your statement. First of all, I'm 40 years old, right? And so with that being said, I don't even have conversations with children. You just call me my boy. Everything about me is a man. There's nothing boyish about me, from my bank accounts to my body type, to the car I drive or the homes that I own. So let's go ahead and tighten up. Like let's tighten up. I can tell that you're probably a bisexual man. But anyway, come over to my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel is Nothing. You dudes be weird. Nothing. Let me see. Y'all be tripping. Nothing But the Truth. Come over to the YouTube channel. We're gonna get it popping tonight. How y'all feeling this evening? Nothing But the Truth podcast. So I just pinned it right there, sweetheart. That is what is pinned is how you get to my YouTube channel. Everybody come over to the YouTube channel. Hit the likes and show love. Hit the likes and show love. You want to join the live? Your name is, let me see, who are you? Hellcat. What are you trying to join the live for? I'm confused. We're doing a panel tonight. I don't know where my people at. You got to come over to my YouTube channel. You sent me to? Hold up. Yeah, you got to come over to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Yup, it's Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Oh, Kendra here. Let me get Kendra up here. Hold on. Hold on, Kendra. I'm about to send you the link right now. Let me send you the link. We got little Kendra up here. She finally told the truth for once. Click that link right there, Kendra, in order to join the live. Anybody that want to join the live, click that link right there. We're ready to get into this. We're ready to get into this podcast. You don't have to do anything. You can stay right where you're at, Miss Cecil. What's up, TikTok? How y'all feeling? Kendra, click that link. It'll bring you through StreamYard. Well, thank you for appreciating me. Hey, yo, you gotta chill. Kendra, did you click the link? Did it work for you or not? Because if you come over to my YouTube channel, you can actually come up on the live. It's not Sunday. Oh, y'all in the building. What's going on, Daryl?
What's good, boy? I'm just in the live. I was just coming up to be a part of the panel if that's what we were doing tonight.
No, I didn't bring Daryl up. Sam, what's up, Sam? How you feeling this evening?
Good. How are you?
Life is stupendous. Life is stupendous. How was your day?
It was good. Today was actually a really good day. I had some good clients, so definitely enjoying it.
Okay.
I'm getting excited for March.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm extremely excited about March. Kendra, what's up, young buck? How you feeling?
Hi.
You good?
What's up?
Oh man, we chilling, man. Life is stupendous. No complaints at all. So a lot of people, if they don't know who you guys are, other people know who you are, where they can find you at, where they can argue with you at, your Instagrams and social medias and stuff.
I'll let you go, Sam.
Well, I'm Sam. My Instagram is tagged in there. It's the Med Spa Boss. I specialize in branding and marketing for med spas and beauty businesses.
Okay.
And I'm Kendra. You can find me on Instagram as the real Miss Ulysses. I like to post a lot of things that get people to arguing under my comments. So I think tonight is going to be a good night. So my followers know I'm here. They like to tussle. So I hope to see y'all in here tussling like y'all do with me.
So what's the topic that you think that you've been tussled with about? Like what's something that you've said or what's your beliefs on certain things? Let's tussle with that.
I personally get a lot of tussle from believing that you should be going longer than 3 months in a talking phase.
Define talking phase.
I'm talking about y'all talking every day, y'all texting, y'all hanging out, y'all going on dates, and everything's going good. I think I would even probably push it to 4 months, but 3 to 4 months, I feel like y'all should at least be exclusive by then.
For sure. Well, you mean like people are saying that's not a good idea, that they should be able to still date other people after that long of dating somebody?
I mean, we all know the demographic that's saying that because, everybody likes to have a little cake and eat it too. But for my girls that's really looking to lock in and
Right.
with that commitment, you cannot go past that time. Now you just about to turn this into a situationship.
I
And
would
you
agree with
cannot
that.
get out of a situationship easy.
No. Because once you allow the behavior once, then it
Exactly.
becomes rule of thumb. Then it's okay. Then they keep pushing the boundary.
Yes,
So
exactly.
let me get this right. So you're saying that anything more than 3 to 4 months, no matter how much you like a guy, you're just walking away if he has not made you his woman. Is that what you're insinuating?
I wouldn't say walk away, but I would definitely say withdraw some of the benefits that you might have been giving him.
And what is a benefit that we would be getting from you as a woman?
Constant communication and support. If you haven't even, gave up the cookie yet, I definitely would say withdraw that. But if you are not even giving that up, I would say withdraw the communication.
Hold on. Let me get this right. So you're using your vagina as leverage. You said
I said if she's been giving that up already, and I really feel like if she's been giving it up during that 3-month period, I wouldn't use it as leverage. I'm just saying you have to withdraw, and that comes with it. That go wherever I go.
Yeah, but this is the thing that you have to understand. Your coochie is not a privilege. It's same as a penis. It's no. If I'm giving
It's
you my
leverage.
penis,
It's leverage if you want it.
you wanted the dangling. Why do we act like?
But I want commitment. I want commitment with it.
But
And
taking that away is not going to make a man commit to you if he
but
already
you know what?
wasn't.
Taking it away is not, and I feel no woman should be taking it away as a form of manipulation. And I agree with you because that's not going to work. But taking it away and maybe saving it for someone who is ready for what you're ready for is possibly the best thing to do. But I would have had that conversation before we even went that far. But that's
Right, but like at that point, you shouldn't be like if they're not ready to commit and they're still dating on and you're ready, it's like on to the next. Like, why are you continuing to date them at that point? You can't just stop sex after 3 months, but if they're not ready, then you gotta goodbye. Like next.
what are we doing? That's
Yeah.
not
But a lot of them do.
How old
Because
are
they
you?
think the more I give, the more
Yeah.
I say, the more I prove myself. And that's the first thing that women do when men don't want to commit. They go hard. Okay, he said he doesn't want a relationship right now. And in a female's mind, and I've been there before, so I'm not talking down about women. In a female's mind, naturally we say, well, he just doesn't see how great I am. That's the problem.
So
I
hold
have
on.
to do
Kendra, if you
more.
don't mind me
Wait,
asking, how old are you?
I'm 31.
Hold on 1 second. So listen, we can talk together, we can't sing together. Pardon me, we can sing together, we can't talk together. So go ahead and we all gotta let each other get a fair chance to get in. You know what I'm saying? That way we can all talk. Let me bring everybody back. So you're 31 years old. You're 31?
Hmm.
And I just because I like to take data and I like to process it. So you're telling me that if you're dealing with a man 3 to 4 months, you've been sexually active. Who taught you that pulling the cookie back was going? Like, what do you expect to get from withholding the sex after you gave it?
I don't even think it's about expecting anything. Like I said, it shouldn't be used as a form of manipulation. It's about me setting a boundary for myself. Because if I'm going to say, if I'm going to tell myself that I'm not going to be in a situationship, and if I tell myself that I'm not going to allow my time to be taken up with someone who is not on the same page with me, that is my cue to remove myself with the situation. I can't prolong it and be in that environment because I'm just giving him everything that comes with a girlfriend without a title.
But once again, and I like what you're saying, and it sounds marvelous to somebody that's probably not as advanced as me. You give me coochie. That's not a girlfriend quality. We date each other. That's not a girl. Like, tell me what is a girlfriend quality? Like, what could you give me that would say this is the difference between me being your friend and me being your girlfriend? Name some things. Give me 5 things.
I would say communication and support, having someone that has your back, like not just in a way of sex, but actually someone is emotionally available for you because men do need emotional support, not just sex. And also having that exclusivity with that person, knowing that this person, nobody's getting access to this person like I am. That is also a girlfriend quality. We're not dating anybody, we're not seeing anybody. Girlfriend quality is I picked this person to build with. I picked this person to share my secrets with. I'm meeting their family. I'm thinking about settling down. That's where we're moving into a girlfriend role. And a lot of men do understand that being a girlfriend means that you could potentially be my wife.
So for me, everything that you name, I would do for a friend. Everything that you
That's just
name,
amazing though. That's what men do. They don't really know the fine line between situationship and friendship, and that's because the culture has blurred that line.
no. So this is the thing. You can only be what a man wants you to be. So let me give you that game, right? You can literally only be what I want you to be. I don't care if you give me the coochie fast. I don't care if you give me the coochie slow. I don't care if you call yourself establishing boundaries or setting tones or any of that. However I view you, I'm going to treat you that. So if I view you as a lifelong situationship, if that's the bracket that I put you in, that's what you'll be. If I look at you like a lifelong girlfriend, you'll never be a wife. And so I'm just trying to understand your thought process because there is no such thing as girlfriend things unless you are my girlfriend. And so I'm trying to like, go ahead, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
There are things as that, but that's the culture we're in right now. Everybody's afraid of that title, but they're not afraid of doing everything that that title comes with. And that's where you have to draw the line when it comes in this day and age, because like you said, it doesn't matter. Like I believe in giving a man, having sex with a man on the first night don't make you a hoe, and making him wait 30 days don't make you a wife. Whatever it is, you will be. But I do believe, and if you personally as a woman don't like the situation, you can leave. It doesn't matter if the man wants to make you a lifetime situationship. If you don't want to be that, then you should leave. But a lot of women stay because they feel like, okay, well, this is good enough for him. Then I still want to be around. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take it.
Can I ask you a question? Have you
Of
ever had
course.
have you ever had penis so good that you lied to yourself?
Of course. You think I'm sitting here perfect?
No, I'm just because I just like as you know, we get a lot of women who act as if they put this foot down, and mind you, it's a manicure foot, so it's a pretty foot at that. You put this pretty
Yes.
foot down, and like can't nobody step over it, and this is what's going to happen. And in my experiences, being a man, sometimes the penis is so good you'll lie to yourself. I personally looked women in their faces and said, "Listen, we're gonna take a few trips." We're gonna have some great sex. I might sprinkle a little bill money here and there. I do not want a girlfriend. We are a great vibe, though. I do not want a girlfriend. And let me tell you what the woman heard. So what I said written this ear, but I'll tell you what was heard through the other ear. If I fuck his penis good enough, if I rub his feet good enough, if I outfight all of the other women, it's girlfriend. You're not. And so, but what do I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
You're not wrong. Sam knows that's not that. You know, we've been women. We know that's not wrong. But you know, my boundary comes with being in that situation, and I know that ain't gonna change. When a man tell me he don't want a relationship, that's gonna be that way. It's gonna stay that way.
So is that a deal breaker for you though? Like, let's just say, you do meet a guy, and maybe you really, really like him, but he's very adamant about, yo, I'm not in that space to have a girlfriend. Once you get to that 4 month, that magical number that you have, is it just cold turkey?
I would put him in a friend zone.
But
No,
a friend that you're hooking up with, or just
no. We're not hooking up anymore. And it's up to him if he wants to stay in contact with me or whatever. But I would definitely be like, okay, so we don't want the same things. But we could be cool. And I'm gonna be seeing other people that want the same things I want. So if he wants to continue to be cool or whatever, but that's off the table. What we had, that's off the table.
We can't
Go
be
ahead.
cool.
Go ahead, T.Y. Say what you want to say.
We can't be cool. Ain't no friend zone. I don't want to be a friend. Like not disrespectfully, but like
Oh yeah.
I've been in that situation before. Like I had a chick, like we was real close, we was tight, and she did what you said. Like she gave me the option to be her friend. She gave me the option to reach out, and you start noticing like, yo, the communication different. I'm not okay with that. I don't.
Yeah. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different for sure.
I mean, how someone treats you should determine how you treat them. So if they're acting, if something's changed, you know, the way how you're going to take care of them, and like as you said, like being a girlfriend versus a friend is gonna change.
It is. And she's right. That y'all don't have that. Like she's working towards
My
getting
bad.
to
You talking to me? It cut off.
Who, me?
What happened?
Continue. Y'all good. I don't know what he was talking about. Go ahead.
But I agree with her. Like that dynamic is going to change. And as long as he understands, like I don't believe in ultimatums either. You know, I'm not going to say, "Hey, you could be my man or you can do this and do that." It is really I respect where you are in your life. You got to respect where I am in mine.
But a lot of people start off. My experience has been men will be like, I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to do yes, yes, and yes, and then 6 months down the line, they're like, I'm not ready. Because I'm very clear with my intentions from the start. And if it doesn't align, it doesn't align. But they want to get, in my opinion, what they want, and then be like, oh well, it's no big deal. And I'm like, that was just 6 months of my life wasted. You could have just said, that's not what I want. I'm not ready for this life yet.
And I feel like a lot of people do that. I feel like men and women do that. You know, I feel
Yeah,
like a
on
lot of
both
people.
sides.
Yeah, I feel like we all have been in situations where we probably like, I don't really, and that's everybody's MO to change their mind. Everybody's free to do that. But I don't know, like when you reach a certain age, I don't feel the same way about somebody wasting my time.
I could be in a relationship for 8 years. And now it's like, if we're not, I did it. I've only been in long-term relationships. I've never actually like dated, quote unquote. I know it's crazy, but it's the truth. And now I'm looking at 37 and I'm like, you can't get 8 years out of me without, being married and all these things anymore. Like 3 months. And I'm like, if we're not on the same page, if we're not moving in, if we're not getting this together, there's just no more time.
But do you believe in making a man wait now at this age? I don't know how
No,
old you
I
are.
never did. My daughter's father I met when I was 19 years old, and I slept with him the first night I met him, and we were together for 7 years.
Yeah,
So
I don't
it's
believe
never
in
been in my
that.
head. Like I think I know right away who I want, and it's happened. And I've had a lot of long-term great relationships. And I've never seen that as a obstacle. I mean, I think girls, it's everyone's prerogative, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I also believe that it's energy. It has to be the right person. I'm not out here hanging
Just
from a
giving it up.
chandelier. No, I'm at home. But if you got me somewhere, then you're good. But it doesn't happen anymore at all.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Giving it up to a man on the first night, it don't make you a hoe.
No.
Everybody in the chat, I want y'all to grab the super chat. I want y'all to ask them questions as well. We don't want to make it easy for them, whether you're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. Come over to the YouTube channel. That's where we are live at right now. Nothing but the Truth podcast. We just warming up. I didn't even really get into any topics yet. Make sure y'all come up. Make sure y'all tap in. We've taken all questions. All questions. We're not ducking any rec. We just want to see, what's up. Let me ask y'all this. Do you think that it's hard for a lot of women to date because they overvalue themselves? You made your eyes big. How do you feel about that?
I don't think women are gonna agree with me when I say this. But I feel like women these days do overvalue themselves a little bit.
Talk about
A little. I feel that way only because in a female's mind, I think it's just mine is better than everybody else's. I smell better than everybody else's. I'm smarter than everybody else. I make more money than everybody else. I'm more educated than everybody else. And they look at that and they say, this is why this man wants to be with me. But they're not really looking at, okay, what exactly can I bring to him that's outside of my physical, that's outside of my financial, that's outside of my degrees, that's going to make him feel like when he's in my presence, that it's going to really be the difference between me and her.
Speak. That was
How do
good.
you feel
I
about that?
agree.
How do you feel about that, Sam? Do you feel
I
like
agree.
it's harder
I
for
really
these?
do. I think women, yeah, they think the shit doesn't stink. Everything about them is perfect, and it's not about being perfect. And I think it's the idea that that's gonna work, and it's not. It's honestly for me, and what I've seen has been the difference in between me and the other thing is not looking at anybody else. You cannot compare yourself to anybody else. I don't care. The next guy makes 100 million, and my boyfriend makes 100,000. My eyes are focused on that person, and I want that person's eyes focused on me. So if I'm the main character in their story, it doesn't matter what's happening with anybody else.
How important is looks when it comes to a woman being top tier? Like, where would you put that on the list? Because you have a lot of women, right? They'll be like, I'm a bad chick, or I'm a baddie, or I'm a catch, because like she said, like because of their accomplishments or how much money they have. But can you be a bad chick and have a poor diet? Can you be a bad chick and have a fucked up body? Can you be a bad chick and not be attractive? Like, in order to be like a high value woman, how important are aesthetics?
But again, that's to your partner's objective. I've seen women that are wifed up, that never work a day in their lives, that are normal looking and have normal husbands. So it has to be your person. Like I might
What would make you qualify as a top tier chick, not a normal chick with a normal husband that's put up in a normal neighborhood? We're talking in brackets out here to life. Let's not dance tonight. If we gonna talk, okay, how about this? Do you think that, okay, 1 to 10, what would you rate yourself?
myself, I don't know. I'm really bad at that, and I'm in aesthetics, which is even worse.
Okay. Do you think that you're pretty?
I mean, I think I'm pretty. I don't think
Have you ever seen a woman that you look better than?
that look better than me, of course.
No,
I have
it's
a
not.
lot of muses.
Have you ever seen a woman that you look better than?
I don't know. I don't look at it like that. I know it's bad. I'm bad at this.
Cool.
I see what she's saying. Okay, the
Here's the
reason
thing,
why,
but how much they value themselves though as
yeah,
well. Like I'm not perfect. I need Botox right now. There's a lot of things, but it's like, does that person take care of themselves? Like, I try my best to take care of myself, but I'm not perfect. I'll fluctuate weight and different things, like I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm the best version of myself at this point that I can be. So, I mean, yeah, there's people that don't take care of themselves and they don't look good, but that doesn't, I feel bad. That's why I do what I do for a living. I want to help people and make them feel better.
Okay.
Because I know what it is to be insecure.
So that answer was like the kumbaya, my lord answer, but that's the answer. We'll take the answer. We're not mad at the answer. But if we are going to, this is nothing but the truth. If we are going to be realistic, there are good looking people, there are bad looking people, there are mid people. There are a slightly above average looking people. But as far as a woman goes, because let's get back to the origins of the question. Do you think that you can be a top tier woman and not be attractive?
Absolutely.
Answer that for me, please.
Because I feel like when it comes, even a man that's into beauty, let's say a man, he loves what, he's a visual creature, and most men are. But this man specifically, he loves and enjoys beautiful women. But let's say he meets a woman who might not be as attractive as other women that he's dated, but she provides him peace. She encourages him. She shows up in a lot of ways that maybe the other women didn't show up in. I feel like when it comes down to a woman, a man will easily settle down with a woman who actually provides him peace.
Yeah. I think a lot of the bad bitches are a headache.
Yes. That's why you got a lot of plain Janes
that are married.
I disagree. So even the terminology bad, right? And y'all are gonna get mad at me for this. And I just gotta be me. I'm brutally honest. I don't think that you're bad if you gotta put makeup and lashes on. Bad is roll over pretty. Bad is roll over. Let's get that established. You could clean up well, because a lot of women clean up well, and once they go get done up, you're like, damn, she did that. But I'm talking about roll over, fresh in the morning off the, and you like, Lee, I can wake up to this for the rest of my life. That is.
Are they allowed to have filler?
No.
Because how natural are these women with no makeup on even? Let's back up.
Right? When you're looking at social media, you'll get the false belief that every woman is walking around with filler. You'll get the false belief that every woman is running around with Botox. When you scroll social media, you'll get the false belief that fat women don't exist anymore. You'll get the false belief that nothing exists but snatched tummies and big, fat, pillow soft ass and perfect breasts. And so whenever I log off of social media and I go into Walmart, I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on here? Because if you scroll long enough, you'll get the false belief that everything that is walking around is perfection. A beautiful woman needs little to nothing. I'm talking chapstick, ponytail, pull through the back, and she can go out and get any man that she wants. That's what bad is. A bad chick is beautiful with overalls, with paint stains covered. Like, you just can't take it away from her. But you know what? I don't even want to get into that, only because they'll call me gay for speaking about a woman's appearance, even though I'm the one that penetrates women. But no, and this is the thing, right? Can you be beautiful with the fillers and the bold? Yes, absolutely. I'm not out of touch with reality. I'm actually in that world where that is normal. So have I grown accustomed to it? Yes, it had to become a new normal, because before I went to prison, the fillers and the lips and that shit wasn't going on. So for me, because I wasn't here while they were normalizing it, it was a little scary at first. Like, I'm looking like, well, damn, you look crazy. Now it's normal to me. Now I understand it. But first, being reacclimated to society, I'm like, you don't think that, like, because and it's another thing. A lot of people want to enhance the way that they look the cheap route. And when you do it the cheap route, you get the cheap look as well. I mean, you're in that industry, so let's talk about it. You'll get some women that will go get the wrong shit, put in their lips and put in their face, and now they look like they got Down syndrome, and you trying to figure out. But anyway, let's get off of looks, because looks are a very, very, very sensitive topic. I'll get off of it. And a man is not allowed to speak about a woman's appearance, so I apologize. But a beautiful woman is roll over. It don't take much. That's all I'm saying. Would y'all
But you
agree?
know, I do want to touch on something. You
Okay,
do know that what I'm really getting tired of is women feeling like they have to be saints to these men. Let me tell you something. I want to be so real. The women who get married and the women who get chosen and the women who get into these relationships are women who are comfortable with their hypersexuality. I do not understand why women feel like they have to portray themselves to be a saint when they are dating. I think that is just, because, and I only say this because I've seen a lot of women in my comments when I made a video about waiting 30 days don't make you a wife and giving it up on the first night don't make you a hoe. And I had a lot of men comment and say, that's true. I could hit you on the first night and you be my wife. Or I could hit you 30 days and be like, why I waited this long? So it's like, I feel like if you are, like you were saying earlier, if you're comfortable with this person and everything's going good and you feel safe, let it flow naturally. But women these days are like, well, I'm pretty sure he getting it everywhere else. So I'm gonna make myself stand out and make him wait. You're, like you were saying earlier, Truth, you're using that as a manipulation tactic and a tool. You're about to miss a connection that you could possibly have with someone. But I don't want anybody to think that I want them to go out and just be giving it out. But I do want to say, be yourself when you're dating. If you
So,
know that you can't wait 30 days, don't be
so
trying to be waiting 30 days.
let me just say this before we get into this next topic. First of all, thank you everybody that got the super chats and the super stickers. We are just getting started. I got like 10 more people that's ready to come up here. If you are on TikTok or Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel. It is nothing but the truth podcast. But anyway, so let's go back to what you just said. A lot of that, right? It tallies into these women overvaluing themselves, right? A lot of these women, right? They get ran through early 20s, late teens, mid 20s, late 30s, and then they hit 37, 38, 39, and then they want to be born again virgins. So what they'll usually do, right? Hear me out. What they'll usually do is they'll never sit in front of a guy like me. And I'm just keeping it real with you. They will
You're
never
not lying.
I mean, look, they will never sit in front of a guy like me and say shit like, well, Truth, I want you to wait 90 days because they know that nothing's coming from it. Listen, I couldn't even imagine, and I'm just being all the way real. If I was to go on a date with a woman, and I know for a fact you're my age, I'm not going, you're my age, and you probably have children if you're my age. And we sat across from each other, and you sit across from me and say, well, you know what, I'm just on a celibate journey. I'm going to be looking for the nearest straitjacket for you because I know that you've lost your fucking mind. My first question would be, who did it? Who did it? What happened? Because this is the thing. The only women that go out of their way to push this agenda of giving no coochie out and you've been giving nothing but unlimited coochie out are women who have not received successful results from giving that coochie out. And so they get the false belief that if I withhold it, I'm going to get what I want. And this is what I tell you about any man that you'll ask. If you ask a man, why did you leave her? Why did the relationship work? You'll never hear a man say, because she gave me too much coochie. You'll never hear that. If you ask any husband, any man, any side dude, if you say, hey, why did you leave her? You'll never hear him say, you know what, bro? I'm going to keep it 100. She gave me too much coochie, and that's why she should withhold the coochie. The coochie's not the problem. But instead of women wanting to fix themselves, instead of women wanting to take that deep, dark look in that mirror and realize that outside of the coochie, maybe you're not that decent of a person, you're like, it had to be the coochie. The coochie had to be the problem. It couldn't be the person. It had to be the pussy. Respectfully.
I agree. I feel like too a lot of women don't want to come off easy. I feel like a lot of women do feel like if I give it up on the first night or the first date, or if I give it up too soon, he's gonna think this and this and this and this about me. And I feel like if you are dealing with a man that you don't feel, those are all thoughts of someone you don't feel safe with.
That's true.
If you thinking this man is going to judge me, this man is going to use me, this man is not going to call me back, follow that first mind and not even go on the date with him, because that is just your what do they call it? Your intuition. You got to listen to that. I don't feel like in any situation, like when I was married, I gave my husband some on the first night and I was right. Obviously I was right. So I can't say I hope no woman comes to me and asks, should I give this man some on the first night? Because I'm not the, if you want someone to tell you to make him wait, I'm not the one, because I have a good success story. So I can't tell you that. But
And no, so what you just said just proves my point. Women that have not been tormented or had nothing but horror stories from having sex don't mind having sex. It is the women that have went out here and they've been getting ran through and gutted with no positive stories. It's just dick, and heartache. Dick, and heartache. Dick, and disappointment. And because that's all they've been getting, they're like, you know what? My greatest thinking is I just want to cut the coochie off for 3 years. You've been fucking that much and been disappointed that much. You need a 5-year break? Man, what happened to you? So I got a question. Right. Come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast, to join the conversation. If men can accept women with little butts and little breasts, why can't y'all accept men with little penises?
Kendra?
Okay, hold on. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put my business out real quick. I feel like if a man is not blessed and endowed by God above, he better be nice. He better not talk to me crazy. He better have some other skills and techniques. He better dine on Southern cuisine, because I am actually seeing past something that is important to me. So he better not, and I'm serious about this. A lot of men who are not special in that area, they know that. So they know they got to be nice. They know they have to have other skills in the bedroom that make up for it. And they know they probably have to be financially well off. Because if you got all that stuff checked off on the box, I will look past that. I won't even, matter of fact, I'll even hype you up and tell you that it's bigger than it actually is.
So I can't have a baby dick and a bad attitude. Is that what you're saying?
You cannot. You can absolutely not. That's against human rights.
So if hold on, let me get this right. So if it's big, I can do what I want, but if it's small, I got to be on my best behavior.
If it's big, you can do whatever you want to do.
The big dick energy versus the Napoleon complex.
You can hit my dog and not apologize, not pay to bury him, not wish me well, not give me flowers, nothing, and I will still let you come over.
So big penis men get privileges that small penis men don't?
Yes, and that's not my fault. That's just the way life goes. Okay.
So cool. So a woman with small breasts and no ass, should she be nice as well on her best behavior? Because my thing is this: if I don't got a big penis and I gotta be nice, if you got a small ass, you definitely should be on. I mean, does that work the same way?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because that down there, I might not have a lot right here, and I might not have a lot right here, but that might be hitting on something different.
So what if his gap is small, but he got the stroke game of Michael Phelps? Like, this is the thing. We act like small gaps don't get it done. Respectfully, listen, you ain't never had a small guy get it done? Have you ever had a small guy get it done?
I like I'm saying, if it's a vibe, it's gonna work. It's all about the chemistry.
It's gonna work.
Exactly.
And even with looks with a man, it's not all about, like, literally, I will think a man is so much more attractive if the vibe is right. Like, you will become the most gorgeous human being on the planet if your vibe is correct.
How about this thing? Is his penis small or is your coochie big? Because a lot of women don't want to admit they got some Thundercat down there. Is his penis small or is your coochie big?
I'm a woman, so I haven't really been down there to see what's big or what's small. I don't have a lot of like, I don't know what to go by. But I can tell you that if you, I am going to say, ladies, if you know that you've been with a man that's well endowed and you hopping over the fence to somebody that's not, that man going to know something up.
Watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Now, I'm going to bring another man up here because a lot of y'all are some big coochie heifers and y'all don't know it. I'm going to bring another man up here. Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brody.
That's crazy.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 29, bro.
And have you ever ran across a very large vagina?
I have, bro. I have.
I have too in my lifetime. Some of you women got big ass well of vaginas. You got a vagina the size of a well. Respectfully, yeah. It's not a size thing on the guy's behalf. Like some men are born with extremely large penises. Some of y'all got some extremely large coochies. You ever wonder how women just go to the hospital when the baby fall out? Like you like, damn, did you even push? Like
and labor for an hour, and labor for 1 hour.
That's a real thing.
You know, I never knew that. I'm glad y'all telling me because I thought that it all was made equally.
No. It's levels of coochie.
Have you ever had a coochie though that didn't have babies that was big?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
So girl's virginity she had a big pussy. Yes.
No. Well, I mean,
and the coochie
that's like the cervix.
Like off the initial like going when I broke the hind and all of that. But once I was in it, I was lost in the water. Yeah, it was like, yeah, big coochies absolutely exist. Big, and there's going to be a lot of women in this chat that try to defend it, and some of y'all got some large coochies. And if there are any men that's inside of this chat right now, please come up here and back the play, because they don't keep it. Y'all didn't know that. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, if you've ever been inside of a well of a woman, if you've ever been inside of a bottomless pit, come over to my YouTube channel right now. Nothing But the Truth podcast.
I want to know about the ones that didn't have children though.
That's what I'm confused
because I mean the ones that the baby's dropping out, like yeah, if you're having 4, 5, 6 kids, like it's.
Let me tell you something, right? And I mean, the men in the comments like, yup. Let me tell you something. I had this chick. We get ready to do our 1-2. I tried to like inch it in because I'm thinking I'm about to hurt her. So I'm like, let me ease it in. And I went on to ease it and fell it. I can't make this shit up. The coochie was so big, I faked order like I came and left. I said, I'm gonna get some cigarettes. I left. I never came back. Faked nut and left. Yes. I couldn't believe it. I was so turned off. Utterly disgusted. Couldn't believe it.
You know what? You wrong for that. Because that could have been a moment that you could have taught her something. Y'all need to stop getting up and leaving these people. Y'all need to tell them, listen, before I leave, I got a review.
What can I do? I can't, like, what do you want from me? This is what she
got a review. I need y'all to start leaving Yelp reviews on people because y'all can't have them going around the world.
I can't.
We can't hear you.
He gone. Just talking.
I like the idea for the Yelp reviews though.
Listen, y'all just be
Let
getting
us
up
know.
leaving. Let them folks know. Y'all got them walk around thinking they doing something. I'm gonna tell you. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna fake no orgasm. I'm gonna say, wait.
And did you ever call her again? So like you just like never went back. Like you must have broke that girl's heart. We can't hear you again.
She's probably a lesbian now.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. But yeah, coochie was big. Is all outdoors. But anyway, come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth podcast. And the fact that women are defending this, it is a little disturbing. And one thing about y'all women, y'all gonna stick together. Y'all heard of a woman having a big coochie. Yeah.
I had only heard of after having like lots of babies, not just someone that has it, or even like you said, a virgin. My mind is blown.
Just born with big cat. Big Thundercat. Yeah, is a thing. Then you got ugly coochies as well. So there's a lot of ugly
Yes,
coochies out there as well.
that I know.
There are some hideous vaginas out there. Like a lot of y'all be having a lot of audacity. That's why I don't let y'all get away with the bullshit. I've seen some ugly coochies. Like, and then y'all want somebody to eat that. Oh my god, yo, some of y'all fucked up down there, and y'all know it, because y'all show each other coochies.
You're not about to sit up here and say that. I am not going to allow that. Let me
Well,
tell you
here's the
something.
same question then. If you know, you just asked us if they have a small dick versus a big dick, how you treat them. What if they're the whole package and they have an ugly vagina? Then what?
I can't get past the ugly vagina because I'm visual. I'm visual. So you gotta understand, if we locked in, I'm a tourist. I'm trying to put her whole body in my mouth. So with that being said, if I'm looking, I'm visual. I have a girlfriend. Gorgeous, probably one of the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. And one day I come over to the house and she's in the shower. And while she's in the shower, I'm thinking I'm about to jump in and do my 1-2. We was young too. And when I pulled the curtain back, she covered one foot with the other foot like this. I never seen her without socks on. Feet was fucked up. And I never forget this. My mom passed away, but I ran out. I called my mom and was like, yo, this bitch feet is it. And I couldn't get past it. Like I broke up with her. Her feet were hovering. So I'm like, why did your feet get like that? She said it was genetics. Feet and ugly feet and ugly coochies for me is a deal breaker, hands down. I don't care how amazing you are. And
What would you call an ugly coochie though? What would be an ugly coochie?
So it's levels to them. It's levels to them. I think that light-skinned girls with purple coochies, that shit is unattractive. Also, well, don't ask if you don't want to know, because I'm never mind. You know what?
I have never heard of that before. How is this purple?
I've seen light-skinned girls with purple coochies. I'm like, why coochie purple or not? We can go on and but listen, I'm gonna chill. It's not about me tonight. This is Nothing But the Truth podcast. Come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth podcast. Super chat.
They got me cracking up.
It don't got that glow. Like it don't got that glow. Like when you open a coochie, it's supposed to have that. Wow, this is like it's supposed to have that glow, and some coochies don't be having that glow. Just like some of these coochies, they be cold. Like there's some cold coochie out there too. Some women have cold coochie. It's a real thing.
What do you mean? I'm gonna need you to explain that.
The coochie is cold. So you get some women, when you get in it, it's the warmest thing you've ever been in. Some of these women have cold.
Now I have heard that before. I have actually heard men say that some are cold. I don't know how that happens. Inside. It's not warm. You know, it's supposed to be like you get into a hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some coochies are cold. Some coochies is really cold.
Like a cold pool. Don't nobody want to get no cold pool.
I have never what?
But this is the thing, like you're asking a man, I'm not lying. So you like some coochies is big, some coochies is cold. There's not a lot of good coochie out here. Yeah, it's
and the man saying, yep, it be cold.
This is real.
You know what? I have been so educated, and I want to say thank y'all. Y'all have really been educating me tonight, and I love when I learn something new.
I've learned 2 new things already, and it's only been an hour.
Yeah, and if a woman got an ugly coochie, she might as well throw the whole body away. Throw her away. I mean, if your feet are ugly, throw the whole body away.
I always had that question: why women went and got their whole bodies done, and they have ugly, like teeth are not done, or a vagina. You can get labiaplasty. Like, why wouldn't you do that first?
So
that would be the first thing.
A lot of women need to go get foot surgery, and I don't know what the procedure is for that, but a lot of y'all got your daddy's feet and they bad, and polish ain't saving y'all. And this is another thing: pretty feet are not polished feet. Pretty feet are pretty feet with no polish.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all behind these black ass toenail beds and all types of shit under the paint, and so it's like putting spray paint on chipped up rims. But anyway, but let's get off of that. We're not on that.
True. What happened with you with these feet? Because I feel like you have been scarred.
Well, I just don't like them, and I think everybody, like how you don't like small penises, I don't like ugly feet. I feel like if your feet are rough, to me, it's just one of the most So certain things about a woman for me makes you feminine. The small wrists, the little hands, the little pretty little cute feet. Like that's what I want to see. And that's my preference. Like I want your feet. Like you. Let me tell you something. I had this chick, and we did our little ditty bop. She got up out the bed and she put my slides on, and there was no room in my slides. And she went to the bathroom, and her body was out of this world. And I'm like, it turned me off. Like, why your feet is fucking big? Like, it turned me off. Now, in her defense, I'm not a big foot dude. Now, I only wear a size 9, but why are you wearing a 9 in a minute? Like, why are you wearing a 9 in a minute, man? Why?
So she had feet like La Cienega.
I don't know who that is, but she.
You ever seen the Proud Family?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Like, that's a no for me. Like, I'm cracking up.
We're gonna get off of Truth in these feet because he having flashbacks. I don't want you. I don't want you having to take nothing when you get off of here because you going through PTSD with these feet.
I'm healed. I was traumatized a long time ago. But that's the thing though. I realized as a young man what I liked and what I didn't. So that's something that, you know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things, but those were experiences as a young man. As a grown man, I ain't going for nothing. Like if I was single right now, I would feel horrible. You do anything that I don't like, you're out of here. And like anything, if you get in my car, if you slam the door too hard, I'm turned off. Like, and that's how you see, but that's the thing. That's why it's so hard for people to date that really know their work. I have unlimited options, so I can be picky. If you do anything that I don't like, you're dead in the water. You'll be replaced before I drop you off. Like, but that's a different. That's another time.
Everybody cannot be replaced. True.
Shit to me. It's billions.
Yo, you can change them out, but they cannot be replaced.
It is billions of women. Don't you ever think that you can't be replaced. There's somebody on the other side of the world with everything that you got and 10 times more. You could be replaced. Even little old me. Now, I'm not saying it's going to take you a long time to replace me. You might have to wait till you're 90 to get it and you're about to die. But you can be replaced.
Please. You don't believe in the one. You don't believe in the one. You can have anybody. You can replace them. You can move on. You can do whatever. You can get married, but you don't believe in there was the one for you.
No. This is what I'll tell you, right? And this is just because I've lived a little life. One thing about life, the only thing in this world that is consistent is that things are going to change, right? If I'm being brutally honest, with the amount of access you have to things will show you that anything and everything is replaceable. And I'll cook for a second. When I was like a street guy, when I was like a drug dealer and things like that, right? I used to have the prettiest girl in my neighborhood, so to speak, right? And I was like, man, she's irreplaceable. But once again, she was the prettiest girl in my drug poverty-stricken neighborhood, right? Then my life changed. I went to middle-class America. And I was like, oh shit, these girls are a little bit prettier and they're a little bit smarter and they are a little bit less toxic, right? Then I became rich. And then I went to another bracket in life. And I used to think that those women were irreplaceable, but it's about your access. The same thing with men. You might meet Taco Bell Tony when you're 17 and he was the best thing that ever happened. Then you turn 23 and get your first basketball player. Then you turn 25 and you get your first NFL player. Then you turn 26 and now you got a brain surgeon. Now you like it's level out here. So it's about your access. Some of these people, when you meet them, if you're never going to leave your proximity or where you grew up at, yes, they are irreplaceable because your options are stuck right there. My options are international. You can replace you. I'm going to fucking Bermuda right now and find something like you with no kids and no stretch marks. Replace the shit out of you. 10 years younger. So it's just about your access to the world, and it's about your finance. It's a lot. It's some shit out there. Respect.
Well, how do you feel about people that actually stay with the people that they were down with? Let's say before you got money, let's say before you were an actor, like Denzel and Samuel L. and all these men that actually have had access to beautiful women, but they do stay with the person that they were with while they were down. I believe that they feel like they have found the one.
Marriage as well. So I'm married. Out of all the options that I've had, out of all the access that I have, I'm also a married man. Because marriage is wealth. And so this is what you'll learn, right? When you have a wife, that is your core, that is your purpose. That gives you something to live for. A man with no purpose has nothing to live for. If I wasn't married, and just like the majority of them men, Denzel Washington had a heroin addiction. He had a heroin addiction. He said his wife gave him the strength to overcome that thing. Like she gave him a reason to fight through that. Do you know how reckless a man would be with power, money, and fame and unlimited resources?
Oh, we seen them.
Think about that for a second. You get men with unlimited power, money, and resources, they end up with 90,000 bottles of baby oil because you got nobody to make you reel it back in. A wife makes you reel it back in. You look at LeBron James of the world. Yes, he's an extraordinary athlete, but he's a decent human because he knows that his family is his currency. Only broke people always look at money as making you wealthy. I have peace of mind when I walk into my home. I have stability when I walk into my home. When I want to turn the world off, I can turn my home. Yeah, being married, staying down, that's the ultimate flex. Why would you want to get married when you get rich to a chick that you got to ask yourself, is you really with me because of who I'm in the day? Or what you would have been with me? But anyway, what do I?
No, you speaking truth because I be telling people that all the time. You see a lot of men, they'll stay with the woman. They'll leave the woman that helped them build up to where they were, and then they'll switch her out to the side because they be like, well, I mean, you was cool when I ain't have it, but I'm around all these beautiful women. She has to match my aesthetic right now.
So what you have to understand is that a majority of men, they date the women that they want. Pardon me. They date the women that they need when they're broke, and they date the women that they want when they become established. So I may not have necessarily even been attracted to you, but you could provide shelter. You were willing to give me coochie when nobody would. I never wanted you. I needed you. Maybe I needed your car. Maybe I needed your positive energy at that point in life. And so a lot of people, when you get into these new rooms, when you get around these women that look a certain way, it's kind of hard for you to stay down because you have the false. It's like you're missing out on something. It's like a church girl who went to church her whole life and was never allowed to go outside. Then they become 21 and become porno stars because you restricted them. You held them captive. So could you imagine being a man? And we can even talk about athletes. Most athletes are, visually disadvantaged, right? But they're tall and they play basketball and they're rich. If you think about most athletes, would you really give them coochie based off of their aesthetic, or are you doing it because of the name and the prestige attached to it? Most of their coochie, I'm just like, okay, well, and this is not me throwing any shade. We just have a real conversation. When you look at LeBron James, do you really think, find the shit? Is that what you really think?
Okay. Absolutely not.
When you look at Kevin Durant, do you really look at Kevin Durant and be like, easy little head, just do it for me? Is that what you think?
Absolutely not.
But do you think that any of those men have a shortage of women?
No.
It's because of who they are.
You gotta fucking know it. Because what makes a man high value is his money, is his prestige, is what he's able to provide or do for you. What makes a woman high value is her exclusivity. It's the way that she looks. A woman, let me tell you something. How you talk about the ugly man. Ugly women and overweight women have to always have a job and be up on their game because 9 times out of 10, nobody's coming to save them. A pretty girl can kind of wing it through life. Like, it'll be a savior here and there. Now, mind you, he may not look the way that she wants him to look, but if you're pretty enough, jokers a lot. Listen, we hate to see a pretty woman struggle. Straight like that. We hate to see it. And if you don't think it's real, let me tell you something. I remember like being single, and it would break my heart to see a beautiful woman in a fucked up car. I'm like, who's letting you drive around like this or like this? pretty women struggle, it would break my heart. And I know that men feel the same way. Bigger women are less attractive women. They know that they got to have those jobs and they have to have those accolades, just like an ugly man. He got to have that money and he has to be well dressed or he don't have nothing coming. But anyway, let me get off that. So, how do y'all feel about 50-50?
How do we feel about what?
50-50.
Absolutely not.
What do you mean? Sam, absolutely not. I'm a little lost.
I mean, one, it's not how I grew up, but in general, even now, like, if I'm in a relationship with someone and we're living together, you now are in quote unquote head of the household, it's your bills.
Really?
Yes. If we're
Okay.
living together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's your question?
But you now take care of nothing in the home from that moment forward either. Your
That's
only
true.
job is to come home and come home to peace.
Good
So
clean.
there's a balance. It's not like, oh, just pay all my bills and I still
And
need a
I'm a-
maid and a this and a that. No, honestly, I would actually be offended to have a maid because that means I'm not doing a good enough job in my own home. But absolutely no 50-50.
Really?
No.
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you have anybody doing 100% of your bills right now?
Yes.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. Say less than you're allowed to say
And
that.
we don't even live together anymore.
So he's a never mind. Okay. Cool. I like it. I love it. Listen, I'm never gonna argue with you for having your way. I always had my way. I just could
But I
never.
do a lot to get my way. It's not one-way street.
I'm not disputing that. All I'm saying is I would never respect a woman who talks about she won't go 50-50 and she doesn't have somebody doing 7% for her. Like
Right.
you can't. Dear.
No, I'm very grateful at this moment. Like at this moment, all my bills are covered
Okay.
by someone that I was with for a very long time.
I love that. I love that. I love that. How about you? You going 50-50, Kendra?
Not at all.
Who the fuck do y'all think y'all are?
And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. I don't really, I'm not against anybody who decides to do that because everybody's situation is different and the economy is not good. But I live alone. I pay all of my bills by myself. So I would expect a man, if he wants to be with me, then he should see me making a way on my own without him. That's probably what attracted him to me in the first place, the fact that I was independent. So you have to say, okay, why would I leave my home where I don't have to pick up nobody draws? I don't have to have sex when I don't want to. I don't have to, I don't have to do all these things I have to do when a man is in the home. Why would I leave the comfort of my home and my seclusion and my own bed? I could turn around in it 4 or 5 times and nobody's poking me in the back, if you know what I'm saying. I want to know why I should leave that and come live with you where I have to then still work, cook, clean, be there for you emotionally and sexually whenever you want it, and be footing a bill where we both are living and existing when I could have did 100% of that on my own.
I have something to say toward that. So 8 months prior to now, I was paying all my own bills. I was living in New York, working, so I was like, for me to change that, again, exactly what you said, like, what is the thing? And for me, I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in love. I'm looking for marriage. So when that was proposed to me, I was willing to give up that lifestyle and working to give a home, to make a home, to be a wife, right? That was like the whole pretense of me being here and these bills being paid this way. And so I gave up my independence. I gave up my quote unquote business and everything in New York to be here and live this life. So there is no 50-50 when it comes to that.
But
Yeah,
you
I
don't.
just don't believe that.
But that man doesn't live with you. So is
Not
he your
anymore.
man? Sugar daddy? Which one is it?
No, he is not a sugar daddy. I've known him 10 years. He's actually much younger than me. But
So
it's just
That mean he can't be a sugar daddy because he's younger than you?
No, but I mean, like, it's not like that. I was really in love with him for a very long time. It just, the relationship itself cannot work because he's not ready to be a full grown adult. But he doesn't want to, he can't be a full grown adult. Doesn't know
Well,
how.
He's younger than you. How old is he?
He's 30.
And you've been knowing him for 10 years since he was 20?
I've known him since he was 21 years old.
Okay. And he pays all of your bills even though he doesn't live with you?
Correct.
And are you guys in a relationship, or like what would you call it?
I mean, I don't think we are anymore. I mean, in his mind, he would probably say yes, but I haven't probably even seen him in over a month.
Really?
Nope, doesn't come here. I can show you the deposit from today. He sent the money for all the bills. Doesn't even come here. I don't get it myself. I have no comprehension of what's going on right now. But it's, to me, it's like, it's always been that way. Is he knows how good I am and he doesn't want to give me up, but he's not ready to do the whole like dog and pony show.
Let me ask you this. So realistically, how many men do you think that you're going to run across that would be willing to do what he's doing?
I don't think many at all, but I don't think there's also women that will have done the legwork because I did a lot. He might be paying the bills now, but there was a point when he had nothing, and I put him in a position to become as successful as he is right now.
Really?
Yes.
And you put him
And
in.
when I met him, he had money, and then he lost everything. And I came in and I paid with my own money for my own business, and I put him back in the position that he's in now.
Okay. So he's more so grateful than anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still have love for him. I feel like he'll be in my life for a very long time, but just not in a, I just don't see the relationship getting to where it needs to be.
So if you don't see the relationship getting where it needs to be, why are you comfortable with accepting his money?
As of this moment, because he had me move here and sign this lease, I did not need to be here. I had a whole career. I gave it up.
Okay.
And I did help him, and I invested a lot of money into who he is now. So it's like coming back.
Okay. Returning your investment.
A little bit.
Okay. I'm not mad. No, I'm just curious. That's all. But
No, that's fine.
I had to ask that because there are going to be a lot of women that are going to have this belief that they'll get somebody to carry it the way that your partner is carrying it.
No, but they have to also be willing to carry their partner.
That
There's
part.
not a lot of women that will do what I did. I can promise that. Like, there's no way. I did a lot.
Well, so I won't say that only because women really be riding or dying for guys. That's normal. The issue is it's the quality of guy that they're riding or dying for. That's the issue. A lot of these women are riding and dying for guys, and there'll never be a return on the investment because they weren't riding and dying with an investment. They were riding and dying with a dud, which is a bomb that will never explode. You actually, I guess in so many words, you picked right, and now you can get the fruits of your labor. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not ever.
I mean, I would have loved for it to be a great relationship. I came here with the intention of getting married and have, like starting this family and doing all these things, but it just did not work out that way. And you can't force it.
Yeah, no, I get it. And listen, like I said, I'm proud of you. Majority of women can't even get the men to pay all of the bills, and they live in the same home. And so, with that being said, listen, get your shit off. I'm not mad at you. It's no link. My fault. Y'all can talk. I'm trying to get somebody over here.
Now, I also had I had a pretty intense comment section about why do men tend to do more for women who don't have anything versus doing for women that have. Because I'm gonna say something. I literally have to act.
Let me say this before you finish. We got an expert in here tonight. Hey, before you, don't tell them. Don't say nothing. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I'm sorry, I'm not an expert.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kendra, you're talking.
Kendra, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I literally find it that when men tend to meet women that are doing well for themselves, or they are independent and they don't ask for much. They do say women that don't ask for much get everything. That's what they say. But you will see a woman who don't have nothing, and a man will come in and just be like, and I'm like, well, hold on, wait a minute. Why you can't do that over here?
Closed mouths don't
I
get
gotta be
fed.
on the side of the road, broke and destitute.
No. So I talked about this in my post the other day. A lot of women don't turn men on financially. You don't turn me on financially. I believe that every man within his means will do what he can do for you if you're stimulating him and you turn him on financially. A lot of you women come off, again, you come off as broke, you come off as bums, and that's why a man is overlooking. He's like, I'm not doing shit for you. You've been a bum. No man before me has done anything to you. You don't stimulate me financially. You women have lost the art of finesse. Your finesse game is trash. All you have to offer, not you, the majority of women, is some extremely high knowledge coochie and a handout. That's it. You got some high knowledge coochie and a handout. Begging, give me. And you forgot how to really pardon me, turn a man on financially. But that's my answer if anybody else wants to say it.
What's up? How you guys doing? True, I don't want to do a drive-by. I actually answer this and then ask a question and I'll bounce because I have to go somewhere real quick.
Okay.
So your question is the same way you will lend your car to a homosexual, but then don't do nothing for a rich man. The same way you move somebody that doesn't have housing, but if a guy has a mansion, now you not willing to send him $25 so he can have lunch money or something like that. Like, it's on man and woman nature to take care of people that have less than us. So if you are going to put yourself in a position where you say you're independent and you got it, you got it, you're good, right? Like, for example, Sam, her name is Boss. If she's a boss, why should I even send her money? She's a boss. She has her own money. I need money, actually. Send me $20. I need lunch. You are a boss. Bosses take care of people. Please give me my $20, right? You can push yourself up as the standalone woman that can do bad or good all by yourself and then ask for people to actually help you. That doesn't happen. And Truth probably knows. Once you are a person that has everything in everybody's eyes, nobody checks for you. You are always the firefighter for your friends. When they are in trouble, they go to you. When they have relationship problems, they go to you. But they always assume that you are great because you are the top dog. So the top dog, nobody checks for them in reality. Last
So
thing.
you're
Oh, go ahead,
saying that you're saying that because a woman is independent and because a woman takes care of herself,
Hmm?
that doesn't give a man any room to be a provider in her life.
No. You know the term beggars? No, closed mouths don't get fed. You know the term, like closed mouths don't get fed. If I portray myself, if I have a fridge full of food, nobody going to send me money. My name is Ferry. Do I sound like I'm starving? Why people will check on me? Hey, Ferry, do you want something to eat? My name is Ferry. Like, I portray myself as Ferry. I have a full fridge. Nobody's going to come around and says, let me send this man some food. But once again, if you put yourself in a position where people think you are doing good, people are not going to try to take care of you because, once again, if you're doing good by yourself, why should I supply something that you already have? It's like me having 7 comps and you said, you know what, you need the 8. Then you need the 9th one. You need the 10th one. You have 2 houses. Let me buy you a 3rd house. You have 4 cars. You know what? I'm going to buy you the 5th car. I will buy faster a car for a person that has no car than a car for a one that has 4. That's just supply and demand, and that's actually what you're portraying. And last thing before I go, because I had a question. It was actually to Boss because this pertains to this conversation, right? Y'all have to be very careful with the labels that you put on yourself. Because your label is how people perceive you. If you're going to portray yourself as boss babe, people are going to come around you and they are going to stay at the side of the road and says, you got it, baby. Oh, you want to drive me to the restaurant? You got it, baby. Oh, you want to go? Every time you put a label on you, you are going to be treated as such. And in my opinion, it's very interesting that you call yourself boss, but you are not even taking care of yourself. There is another man that is paying your bills without even touching you, without getting nothing in return. So how do you put that label of boss in yourself, but there's another man, I don't know how many years younger than you, that is literally you bragging about him paying everything? How can that be? Like, those correlate?
It says the med spa boss for one, so that's pertaining to medical spas.
Mhm.
I do have a degree, and that's what I've been doing for almost 15 years. So that name will never change. But that has nothing to do with the current life and what's going on right now. You know, I gave that all up to be here and to be a housewife and to be with someone and to build a marriage and to do all the right things because that's what I really want. I don't portray that I don't. I'm not out here like I'm big and bad at all. It has
So
nothing
you're
to
not
do
a
with that.
so you're not a med spa boss anymore?
I mean, I still will work with med spas, of course. I mean that's a brand.
Yes,
That's
but that's
not
the thing.
just a
So
name.
yeah, but you're still getting money from it, right?
Not right now. I'm not working with it. I haven't since I moved here.
But this is what we're talking about, right? It's like, for example, my name is uh, Fitness
Now
Guru.
wait, let me ask you something. Your name is Fatty, right? Okay. So
Yes, yes,
say you lost weight, okay? But
yes,
Fatty is your brand, just like Jelly Roll, right? He's lost
yes,
250 pounds. You think he's gonna change his name to Skinny Roll?
yes. So if you don't know nothing about me, my name is Ferry from a Dragon Ball Z character called Majin Buu. And Majin Buu has several versions. He has the fat version, he has the tall and strong version, he has the kid version. So once I get slim and I get in shape, I will change the Majin Buu fat version for the one that is buff and built, so we can actually accompany the branding so people don't get confused.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that's you. But everyone else, there's plenty of people that have names that don't associate with the way they look, the way they feel anymore. Things change over time. But the Med Spa
Sure,
Boss is a brand that I built for 10 years.
sure.
And that helps people with businesses and all different types of things. But that doesn't have to do with the current situation. And I'm
I
not
agree.
bragging about someone paying my bills. I am saying I was willing to give it all up to be married, to be with someone and live their life and let them run the household and do what I feel I was meant to do was to be a wife. And
I,
that's what I wanted. And I was willing to give that all up. I didn't
absolutely,
want to keep it and that. I'm saying he
absolutely.
continues to pay the bills because he cannot accommodate what he promised and he did not deliver on. I
That's
gave
a,
up a $250,000 a year contract to be here
no, no.
right
I'm
now.
not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. Like, I don't know if you
No, but
noticed.
there's women that want to be a boss, but then want to be taken care of. I wanted to be a housewife and
No,
not to not
perfectly.
work because I can work clearly. It was that I wanted to take care of a home and a husband. That's my personal
Yes,
dream at 37.
that's perfect. But you know how I noticed I didn't say nothing about the med spa. I didn't
Right.
say
That's why
nothing.
I said you
I,
said the
I
boss part.
yeah, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I will not adjust my old branding. I will
Yeah.
adjust the part that is actually not complying with what I am doing now. Right? Like I said, let me just say this and then you got it, Sam. And this is the most important thing that I actually came up to say. Imagine that you find the man of your dreams tomorrow.
Mhm.
Man of your dreams, he's perfect. Do you want to marry him?
If I meet the man of my dreams tomorrow
Yes,
and he's ready to get married, we'll get married the
yes,
next day.
yes.
Why not?
Now, if the man of your dreams is digging you and he finds out that another man is paying your bills for I don't know how many years, do
That
you
wouldn't
think you
happen.
one second, let me finish because I didn't ask the question. Like, this is what I'm saying a lot of times. Y'all let your boyfriends or whatever situations get to ahead on in front of your future husband. If I am the man of your dreams or any man of your dreams pull up and you say you are you want to be a stay-at-home mom and have kids and all these, and I find you and I'm feeling you and I'm digging you, and then I call Truth and say, Truth, I really feel Sam. Hey, I really like her. I'm going to cuff her. And Truth says, Hey, Ferry, did you know that she told me on my podcast that she has this guy that she's been dealing with for I don't know how many years that pays all her bills? What do you think happens when I find out that? What do you think happens?
It wouldn't be a good thing. But to answer your question, when I'm ready to date and ready to find someone, I he's got to go. Doesn't matter how much money he's paying.
Yes.
I don't
So,
need him to pay the bills.
so it sounds like it's not him that is not ready to have a relationship. It sounds like it's you that are not ready to cut the funds of that man and cut it completely so you can actually have a boyfriend. Both of y'all are not ready. He's not ready to assume a relationship and be a
No, I
grown.
wasn't ready
And
to
you
let
are not
go.
ready to cut the money because that money that you're getting from the past man is going to get in the way of you finding a husband, especially the man of your dreams. A man of self-respect will not never date a woman that is being subsidized by another man. And you claim we have nothing. I haven't seen him in a month. What were you doing in a month? I have no idea what you guys were doing in a month. A month is September or November. That is very recent. He's still in your life. So how can I
Right, but
cuff
I'm not
you?
actively dating either.
So you're not ready to be a wife.
I'm not. I was ready to be his wife.
But
So
he's
I'm
not
letting
ready.
go of someone that still wants that. That's also a predicament to be in.
Yes.
He's still willing to take care of me because he loves me. He's not ready to be what I need him to
Sure.
be. And
Sure.
I'm trying to rationalize in my head, is it time to walk away from him? I haven't
Sure.
slept with anyone else. I haven't gone on a date with anybody else. I
I,
haven't done anything.
it's,
So
it, I don't, I
still,
don't, be- I personally, I don't believe you, but I give you the benefit of the
you
doubt,
don't
right?
have to.
No,
It's
I don't
between
have to.
me
He's
and
right.
God.
No, it's my fault because I am like I don't believe you, but I give you the benefit of the doubt.
That's fine.
Say pineapple if you don't want to answer this question. When you saw him in a month, did y'all guys had intercourse, kiss, sit on
No.
each other leg?
No.
No.
But
When was the
I
last?
still had feelings for him. When I saw him, my heart,
Okay, so
still
you still
wants
love him,
him.
right? So you
I
still love
do.
him, right? Okay. So if you love him, let him go.
Not a bad
If
advice.
he's not ready, and
Yeah.
if you love him, let him go with his wallet. The wallet goes with him, okay? He doesn't leave with the wallet and go. If you love him, let him go. Let his wallet go. Become the boss that you actually portray yourself to be again. Because if you did it once, you can do it twice, and go ahead and find the man that you actually love. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, perfect. Hey, True, I appreciate you, my brother. You're doing big things. I'll jump on when I have a little bit more time. But I appreciate you, ladies. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Let me just say this though, right? I don't really do the shopping things though, but let me just say this. So you asked the question, why would a man see a woman that has less? Pardon me. Why would a man not want to put out for a woman that has abundance, but it's quicker to put out for a woman that has less? That what you were saying, Kendra?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying that because and when you were saying we were asking that question earlier before all that happened. It's just something like I noticed. Like if you don't men always say, well, a woman that asks for nothing gets everything. But then there's a saying that says closed mouths don't get fed.
So that's why I was going to actually finish. That's why I came back to it. I'm in total disagreement. I believe that when somebody loves you, when somebody is really into you, they don't give a fuck about what you have. They just want to do their part. I know plenty of women. I've dated plenty of women with money. I know plenty of men that cannot technically afford to be with the women that they are. So they do the best that they can do within their means. If a man is not doing for you or aiding you or helping you or gifting you, that man just doesn't like you. Let's just, right? And I'm about to cook for you. Let's just say that me and you have a child, right? And I'm the rich daddy and you're the bum baby mom, right? Let's just say you stumble across some money, but Christmas is coming and baby daddy got it, right? Would that make you not want to do for your kids because they have a rich ass father, or because this is your kid and because you love your baby? Wouldn't you go out of your way to give your baby? Because there's no fuck what daddy got for you. I need you to have what I want you to have. Rather, does that correlate with you?
I understand that. I think us women that are independent, it's just something that I feel like we notice, because I feel like we see the women that probably, like for me, if I'm dating a man and I got it, I'm going to do the same things that he's doing for me. I'm still going to send him money for lunch out of the blue, or I'm still going to be like, hey, it's Friday, right? You go to the barber, right? Okay, it's on me. It's on me today, because I know he's going to do that for me. So it's like when men tend to get with women who don't have, that boosts up their provider level. Like I see a woman that don't work that'll get her rent paid, but that same man won't come in my life and pay mine. Not that I want you to. It's just
I think it's about what are we? Oh, my bad, Truth. What's up, man?
Oh,
Go
what's
ahead.
up, Brody? And I'm gonna let you cook because I'm excited you're here.
Go ahead.
Right? And then I'll let the good brother go. Let's be all the way with you get all of these women that glamorize and they act as if it's such a perk to have a man paying all of your bills, but they don't tell you about the other side of a man paying all of your bills. We hear all the glamour stories, right? We hear I'm put up and I got this and I got that and I don't want for nothing. Do we talk about the babies that you have to overlook? Do we talk about the black eyes? Do we talk about the disrespect? Do we talk about how you're not treated like an equal? Do we talk about how you can be put up, but you never get what you really want, and that's the man completely to yourself? Like, so it's one of those things where, you know, we hear women, they praise it all the time, and then you'll see a woman walk away from a man with billions of dollars, and if you're broke or if you're not in a decent situation, you can't. How could you? How about this? Why does the extremely rich woman have sex with the pool boy? Why does the extremely rich woman have sex with the pool boy? You want to know why? Because he makes her feel seen. Because he actually hears her. Because he's able to provide for her all of the things that those billions of dollars can't provide. So it's like, you know what? But anyway, my fault, brother. Go ahead. I don't want to get because
No, y'all solid, man. I came into a hot combo. What's up, Truth? What's up, Sam? What's up,
Hi.
my thing is this: what am I giving to? Right? Like you made a comment earlier. You said, "Oh, you know, if he paid for this, then I'm gonna pay for his haircut." Well, for me, that's wonderful, but I don't need you to do that. I need to know, can you run the household? I need to know, can you support my dreams? I need to know, can you raise children? I need to know, do you just believe in me? If you could do that, you don't have to ask me to pay your bills. I'm gonna give you the debit card and tell you, come back when you finish. I think the problem is that too many women, right? We're letting Instagram raise our women. So what's happening is that y'all seeing these little wonderful beach lives in the private jets, right? And you're growing up, and now you're coming into the game, and you're basically saying, I need a nigga to do that. You don't cook, you don't clean, you damn sure don't shut the hell up. You don't support the man. You're not a good helpmate. You don't know how to boost his ego when he's down. You don't know how to rub his back when he's tired. You don't want to untie his shoes when he come home from work and he fatigued, but you want the debit card. So I think that categorizes you to a certain type of nigga. The nigga you got to beg for. Because the nigga that you don't got to beg for, he's looking for certain qualifications in you being a woman. And that's it. I think Sam says something amazing. She said, I run a business. I left my income to come be. That nigga blew it. If what you're saying is the truth, that nigga blew it. He's a nutcase. Because most of these women out here today, they want all of the benefits, but none of the responsibilities.
But that's because that's what I really want.
No man is going to fund your dreams. At that point, it becomes prostitution. If this is a prostitution exchange, let me know what it is. If it's not, and you actually want a household, then I'm expecting certain qualifications.
now, do you think that men tend to see those values more in a woman that is not running a business? Do you feel like a man feels like she's more equipped to be a housewife and she's more equipped to be a great mother if she doesn't have all these responsibilities and things that she's trying to upkeep in her own life? Because I feel like what you said was so true. If you like me and if you see that I'm already on my shit, that doesn't give you a scapegoat to do more for the person that isn't. That's just like, let's just say me and Truth had a kid, like he was using in the example, and he has 3 baby mamas, let's say, and I'm the baby mama that got her shit together. Sure. Now, you're going to go to the other 2 baby mamas and pay for daycare. You're going to pay for clothes. You're going to pay for shoes. But you're going to say, okay, I know Kendra got my baby. So I might actually be able to go half with daycare, or I might be able to skip getting all the school supplies for this one. And that it puts us in a position to say, well, I'm almost being not rewarded for being self-sufficient here, because if I didn't have a job, I wouldn't be paying anything for daycare. So
I
it's
think,
like,
I think a woman who has her shit together is a bonus. I don't know any real man that's like, she got her shit together. That's phenomenal. And I want to use this example. You know what I'm saying? I think having your shit together as a woman is great. But the man that's coming along, he's already going to build the house. The man that's coming along is already ready to fund your dreams. He just wants to know, can you compliment him? Right? So I think, and I'm going to use this analogy, and it might get me in trouble in the comments, but shit, I don't know. Truth going to come back. So here we go. You know the difference between the girlfriend and the hoe? The hoe gets the picture. The hoe understands, right? I have nothing, but I got this man in front of me. I'm going to shut the hell up and I'm going to enjoy his time. I'm going to please him in every possible way that I can in this moment to give him what it is that he needs. I feel like this woman over here is that she's coming on the scene and she's saying, I need this, I need that, I want this, I want that, but I contribute nothing. And I think that that's where the conversation sits. It's like if you're dealing with an authentic man, that man already has the bread. He don't need your bread. That man already has the business. He don't really need your business. Anything that you're doing in excess, I think, is for you. The question is can you compliment him? If you can compliment him, I think everything.
I wanted to interject for a second, right? Because you said that it seems as if women get punished for being on their A game. And once again, these are low vibrational men that you're dealing with, because I don't reward lackluster behavior. I reward great behavior. Me seeing that you're on your shit, this is what turns me on financially. We talked about it earlier. A lot of women don't know how to turn men on financially. Do you know why I'm willing to spend an abundance of money on my wife? Because she doesn't need me to. I don't want to spend money on somebody who I'm obligated to do it for. It's a turnoff, and she's a liability. My wife didn't need me to buy her a house. She came into it 5-bedroom house, 5 bathrooms, multiple vehicles. So me being her man, she didn't need my money. I said, I'm going to put you in a bigger house because I want you to have that. When my wife came into it, she had every clothes, everything. It turned me on financially. So we talked about bad bitch. My definition of a bad bitch is one that motivates you without having to say a word. When I roll over and I look at my wife in the morning, I'm like, I need more. I got to do better. I want more. I want more for us. We got to get bigger. If I got a car, I want a Jeep. If I got a Jeep, I want a yacht. If I got a yacht, I want a jet. We talked about turning somebody on. I don't know why it's going in and out. Can y'all hear me clearly though? Y'all good?
Yeah.
When you love people, you don't care about what they have. You just want to do your part. When we talk about the baby moms and baby dads, a lot of times those are just toxic ass relationships where a lot of these people secretly just want to see you suffer. I didn't get to be with you. You with somebody else, bitch. You got it. Same thing with a lot of the nigga. That nigga got it. That is bitter and toxic shit. No man, right? I'm talking about a straight heterosexual man. I can't speak for the broken wrist men. I can't speak for any of those men. I'm talking about a heterosexual man. We have one dream growing up as children. We want to take care of the woman that we love. Your mom had a house, but guess what a little boy tells his mom, when I get older, I'm going to put you in the biggest house that I can, and you'll never have to struggle, and you'll never have to worry. And that is how men are hardwired for the women that they love. So if you are dealing with a man who does not view you that way, who does not treat you that way, you aren't all you think you are in his eyes. And that's just real as it is. That's all I want to say.
I agree.
I like that. And there's something that, how do you say it, Isaiah? There is something that you said that I wanted to touch on with how men, not saying you, because you were just using it as an example, but men do tend to glorify hoes.
Mm-hmm.
And a hoe will get the best sides of a man, even the better side than the main chick or the wife.
Really?
So you have to see that a lot of she doesn't get a lot of the attitude or the pressure or the coming home from work with the stress of life. She doesn't get the, hey, can you do this for me, can you do that for me. She literally gets the best parts of him, might even get a little bit of money off to the side. But and then you have women, younger women, I'm in my 30s, that feel like, I don't think I even want to be a girlfriend. A lot of women are saying being a girlfriend is embarrassing because they are with the men. They are with the men that have girlfriends. They are with the men that have wives, and they can go and do whatever they please, and they still getting money. They don't have to deal with his attitude, his crap every day. So it's like you say, well, the hoe, she does this, she does this. Of course, she's gonna do all that. She's not really. She doesn't really know you. She doesn't really know everything that comes along with you. A hoe is always going to be in a good mood to see you.
Mm.
You know, she's always going to be in a great mood to see you, and that's why men love hoes. So it's like we're trying to condition women to be upholding and to have morals and to be wives, but when you see a wife, everyone kind of looks like, oh.
Do they?
But
Really?
I said this last time. I said it has to be the hoe. You have to be the hoe and the housewife. You have to be able to be both.
But I want to make sure that we're using that term man in the right context, right? Like not just a person with a penis between their legs, but somebody that actually has vision for a woman is not going to view it that way. So I know that in that example, as we were discussing that particular example, you know what I mean? Like I pointed that out as it pertains to, can a woman be silent and actually compliment her man? But a real man that has a real vision for a woman is going to want somebody that he can build with, somebody that he can, at least I do, somebody that you can build with and somebody that you can partner with. That's not the average hoe. So I get what you're saying too.
That's not the
You know what I mean? But
I don't believe that men love hoes. I think that hoes are like those rental cars that you get when you go to Miami. I think that you get in them, you overpay for them, you're excited because it's not your norm. You drive it hard, you run it into the ground, you take a few pictures with it, but by the second and third day, you start to miss your minivan. You start to miss your normal. You start to realize that the maintenance is like, hoes are meant for one thing, right? And I think that any grown man will tell you, you never confuse a good time chick for a lifetime chick.
Facts.
You don't. If you are even letting a hoe trick you out of your marriage or your sturdy relationship, or if you're even confusing the two, you have a lot of growing up to do. And we might not really get into it.
Yeah.
You men cheat with hoes? Absolutely. She's fun. She rolled the weed up. I come in, she sucked my dick, she rubbed my feet, she tells me I'm the greatest man that ever existed. Me and you, we might be on the outs. We've been arguing. You call me dumbass nigga. You hit me in the back of the head with the slipper. We got kids. We dealing with life. We got a whole bunch of ish going on. So of course, when I go over there, she's a stress reliever. Of course, it's easy for her to be everything that I need her to be part-time. That is why a lot of you women lose your men to your work husband, because it's easy for him to be understanding and listen to everything you say and have your little culotte in the morning, because he has to do it for 10% of the time. He ain't seen you on your period. He ain't seen you when you came in the house acting like the B word. He ain't seen you. Like, he only gets to see the you that is looking to be poured into. I don't think that men are choosing hoes over wives. Absolutely not. But they are fun. We do enjoy them. But I don't know too many men, and we're speaking of men, not males,
Yes.
that are going out of their way treating hoes better than they're treating their wives. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Now, you might get better sex because it's new and it's exciting at that point, but the wife usually has the house. The wife, her name is usually on the deed. She got access to the bank accounts. Like, to even correlate those two is insanity. But yeah, I don't think that. And then the hoes, you know what's crazy? Unless she's just a prostitute, right? Unless she's just like a transactional hoe, a lot of hoes be delusional. A lot of them hoes believe if they do everything that they're supposed to do, that man's going to leave his wife, and she ain't got nothing coming.
She doesn't even realize she's been confined to the hotel room.
That's
She believes one day she'll be seen in public.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
believes that with her whole heart, that if she fucks him the way that she wants to fuck him, that eventually she's going to come out of that room, and it's a heartbreaker when she realizes that that's a myth.
Yeah, unfortunately, it sucks that even as a wife, I feel like how men view hoes and how we do. It's like, even though she's not, let's say, as important as I am, or even if she's not as set up and put up as I am, she may never be on my level. She still has access to something that is mine. So I feel like even though to men, oh, that's just that's why it hurts women more, because it's like, she still has how does someone that's not even on my level still have access to me, and I have access to something that is mine? So I think that's where a lot of women say, I don't even want to be in that kind of position to feel hurt or to feel betrayed. So they kind of like put themselves in this little world where I'm just going to be the fun girl. That way I already know what I'm getting myself into. And I feel like even with the younger girls coming up, I think we should just be a better example. You know what I'm saying? Of just keeping it real. That we are actually hurt. We don't actually want to share our person in a relationship. They see so much of women kind of just sweep it under the rug. Like, I got the house, I got the car. I'm more important than her. But you don't be real about us being hurt about that whole situation.
What define a hoe for me? What makes a woman a hoe?
I can't really say what makes a woman a hoe, because I don't believe in labeling someone based on just what they do.
Okay,
but I feel like it's a position that you put yourself in.
What makes a man broke?
A man that's broke, that could also be open to interpretation. He could be broke mentally and be broke and be rich.
Right, but you answered it effortlessly. So now that we know that you can answer the question effortlessly, what makes a woman a hoe?
I feel like what makes a woman a hoe is a situation that she willingly puts herself in, not without her knowledge, not without her being manipulated or schemed against, but walking into a situation with 100% facts and deciding that this is where I'm going to be at.
I'm lost. Is it a body count? Is it?
No, it's not a body count. It's about you can have, a woman can have a high body count and not
So
be.
you're talking about a hoe being like, she's walking into a situation where she knows the man is married, for example.
Yeah, she's a side chick. She knows that the person that she's with is she's never going to get him fully, or she's delusional, like you said. Most of them are, and they become delusional. But I feel like a woman that's sexually free and that is making that decision, like, I'm going to be sexually free, because I don't want to talk bad about women that decide to be sexually free. Because sexually free
is the term we use for hoes, man.
I don't want to call a woman a hoe because she decided to be sexually free. I can't tell a woman what to do with her body, and I can't tell her that she's a hoe because she decided to have a high body count. But to be sitting willingly in somebody's marriage.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you can fuck 1,000 men and be looked at as a great woman still, but if you sleep with one woman's husband, you are the worst to exist. Okay, cool. Sexually free is the new term for tonight.
I want y'all to take that sexually free term. I want y'all to take that sexually free term, and I want y'all to use it wisely, okay? When you talking about somebody that's out here in these streets.
Because if women do not have to have accountability for for their sexual partners, and they can be sexually free, then there should never be a woman out here that has an issue dating a broke man because he's financially free. Maybe he's financially free.
Obligated.
He could be. He is financially free. He don't have no bills or no responsibilities.
No obligations. I'm just living.
He's living life.
I'm bill free.
He can't be financially free with me, and I'm sure a man not gonna let a woman be sexually free with him. But yeah, everybody has the right to be free in any way they can. Can they do that with me? Shit.
See, but I think what you just did proves the divide between men and women. I think that women can justify their hoisms with I'm sexually free. But a broke man, no, we can't justify that. You can't be that with me. So I could fuck 50 men, not me, but you know, clear that shit up. It was coming out fast. But you can fuck 50 men.
Here's my
Liberated.
on
That's
this
crazy.
matter, my 2 cents. I like to go by the actual like definition term of hoe is short for whore. A whore is someone, a woman, man who sleeps with other people for money. In today's day and age, we have glorified being hoes. Women have gotten to the point where it's you not sleeping with me unless you got money. You're not sleeping with me unless you pay me. I know men who have come to me literally and said they've gone to women in today's age and asked her for her number, and she said, "Are you going to cash at me? Like for your number, ma'am?" There's levels to it, but that would be my definition. I don't think that, although it's unfavorable, I don't think that obviously it's morally correct. That's the word.
Yeah.
To sleep with, someone knowing that they're married. Morally, obviously, that's not like desired, but I don't think that alone would be able to dictate someone as being a hoe, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm conversation free on this topic.
So having a high body count doesn't make you a hoe. But
Because you're sleeping with them for free. She just said that you have to get paid.
Hoe behavior. I'm just trying to be clear.
If you get paid, you're a hoe. If you get paid from them for sleeping with them, that makes you a hoe. That's a transaction. You literally just put yourself on the market for sale. Now, if you there's involved as well. I don't think that hoes fall in love with you.
And then just magically not be a hoe.
Wait, say that again?
That's what I was saying. So you could just sleep with however many people that you want to for however many years, and then get ready to get married and not be a hoe.
I said that?
No, I'm just asking. High body count doesn't make you a hoe. Sleeping with somebody that's tied down does. That's what you said.
Not me. You talking about Kendra or you talking about me?
No, that was your statement. That's what I'm asking for clarification.
No, what I said is a hoe is a person who sleeps with people for money. Like by actual definition, that's a whore. Like that's it's short for whore. That's what it is. So I don't think that. Yeah, I feel like when you get to that point where you're actually you want to pay me if you want to sleep with me, that's a hoe. That is what I think has become more prominent in today. But I think that what she's saying is that sleeping with somebody married automatically qualifies you as being a hoe.
Yeah, but you could be sleeping with that married man for free.
Well, sex for money is not, they don't label it. Like how you do sexually free, like when a woman's a whore, but she's sexually free. So now it's not a hoe to sleep with a man for money. It's called an investment. And so women will say, I want you to invest in me, even though they have no business or LLC or any of that, but it's called an investment. So if you like me, you'll be willing to invest in me. This is what I'll say. Sexually free is fucking hilarious. I believe that we know right from wrong, but then I'm about to be hypocritical because I also believe that what's the right decision for your life is whatever you do, and you can go to sleep peacefully at night, right? And that's just me because I answer to nobody. I don't live by no man-made rules. I'm self-made. I'm self-paid. I don't answer to no fucking soul. I do what the fuck I want to do. And I can afford to do it because can't nobody fire me, can't nobody get rid of me. And that's the different level of flex. I am financially free, but in a whole different way. With that being said, women, I've never understood this. You are taught from early on that your coochie is a prize. Has any woman ever heard that? And is that safe to say for any of you beautiful young ladies on here? Have you been taught that there's value in your vagina? Is that a fair assessment?
Yes.
Yes.
And so because you've been taught that your vagina is valuable, is it a fair assessment to say that you protect things of value? Like, would you protect the treasure? Would you just open it up for the world?
Protect the treasure.
Right, because I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure you got some expensive jewelry, right? And you're not just going down to the ghetto with it shining like, right? Like you got a safe or you got a, a box at the safe box at the bank, right? Because you protect things of value, correct?
Correct.
Well, men aren't taught that their dicks are valuable. Men are taught that their dicks are like frisbees. If we just throw them and try to hit any and everything that we can hit while it's going around, spinning around, hitting shit. So I've never understood how a woman could say, I don't want to shame a woman for being sexually free. That is the word of the night. That's the $10,000 word. I don't want to shame a woman for being sexually free because I don't want a woman to feel bad about something that she's been taught has been bad since she's been a little girl. How do we get to this big age of 30 or 40 or whatever it is that your age is? And now when it comes to being a hoe, it's foggy. Because when a man is financially free or broke, as we coined the phrase this evening, a woman can spot that from a mile away. It's never gray, it's black and white. He's a dusty, he's a brokey. There is no gray area with that. Y'all can spot a brokey from a mile away, but when it comes to a woman having to accept accountability for being loose with her coochie, now she's sexually fluid. Or
If I can accept a man I feel like a lot of women don't even really look at a man like with his body count. Like, I feel like in our minds, we're conditioned to know this man has been having sex for a while. He's probably got a high body count, especially if he started having sex early, right? So I feel like when we talking to a man, we like, ain't no real woman gonna be like, what's your body count? Or I wonder how many females that he slept with. That is going to dictate if I marry him. That's going to dictate if I love him. So it's like, I personally, even when it comes to cheating, even when it comes to doing financial favors, even when it comes to the household, I do not believe in double standards. So if we're going to allow a man to be sexually free and everything that he does.
You don't believe in double standards. You stand on that. Before you go any further, I'm trying to
I don't.
Okay, continue.
I don't. And I believe if a man come to me and asks me for a threesome with a woman, then I should be able to have a threesome with whoever I want to have a threesome with as well. I'm pretty sure a man is no man in his right mind anyway is going to let a woman come into his bedroom. But why is it that a lot of men love to have that idea as well? So I feel like those double standards, I feel like if we started treating each other more equally as a race, as a sex, then we will stop realizing that, okay, I can do this, and this because I'm a man. And then I can do this and this because I'm a woman.
Right. So I got a question. Have you ever been with a woman?
I have.
In what way? Did you eat some cat? You got your cat ate? You sucked a titty? In what way?
No, it didn't get that far. I realized that I don't like women in that way.
So
but I did kiss a woman before. I have kissed a woman before.
Okay, cool. And so it stopped at the kiss. So you kissed and then it just dwindled.
Yeah, I was like, this ain't going nowhere.
And would you consider yourself gay?
Did I consider myself gay? Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you are a lesbian.
I would consider if any contact I've had sexually with a woman, yes.
So you are a lesbian then?
I would consider myself a lesbian. I was attracted enough to kiss her, and that's making sexual contact.
Okay, cool. I have no argument because I know for a fact if a man
kissed a man, he gay in my book, and I do the same thing for women. If you going out with your best friend, eat cat, you're a lesbian.
You're not delusional. I just wanted to make sure because I'm getting ready to say there's no.
I hate females that do that. I hate women that do that. Girl, you stop it.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I just make sure that we on the same page because y'all like y'all eat a private part and they can go off and live happy ever after. But when a man do it, he's condemned for the rest of his life. So I just want you to know you are now part of the LGBTQ community.
Yo.
You're officially putting me in that group. That's fine with me.
You did it. You kissed the girl, and you know.
I did. I believe in experience in life. Now, am I gonna go back down that route? Probably not. I realize that I'm wired the correct way. I like men, but I don't knock nobody.
And this is a great topic, and we actually want to talk about this. I feel like they're like these women always talk about these DL men, but there are way more DL women than men any day of the week.
Yeah, that's
Like,
Better talk about it.
DL women outnumber men by a landslide. Like even what you did, which was innocent, you know, in today's society, you kissed the girl, and you'll never be criticized for that. Majority of women are DL. If you dance on a woman, you DL. If you could, because if a man twerk on another man, what would he be?
Gay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said that hard.
If a man twerk,
that was aggressive.
But that's a double standard.
If a man popped his ass on another man, what would he be?
Okay.
Okay. If men take men trips and come in the room and pull a dick like because y'all show each other coochies and titties and y'all kiss each other, y'all get drunk and grind on each other. There's way more DL women than men. You women are so trifling. You had your girlfriends that you didn't see their coochies, suck their coochies at our house, and we really thinking y'all just regular friends, and y'all been fucking in high school, college, and everything else. Y'all are horrible. Y'all are horrible. There's way more DL women than men. That's all.
Truth. You know what's so crazy, Truth? I have actually had to stop being friends with some women because they have manipulated me to think that you know how you'll meet a man, and you'll think y'all cool, and then he try to switch it up. And you be like, we were just cool. These females be doing that. These females be acting like they my friends, and they be trying to.
Respectfully, I don't know how a man meets me and tries to switch it up. I don't. So I don't we can get lost in translation. I've never met a man and we got cool, and at some point he tried to switch it up. So you can ask. No,
that's something girls do. I've never seen men do that either, but that is something that women do for sure.
So you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, you be like, "Hello, girl, what you doing?"
Yeah.
So hold on. So you mean to tell me a woman will befriend you?
Yes.
Y'all friends, and then next thing you know, she's trying to eat your cat.
I've had a
be drunk. I'm like, I ain't drunk.
I've had a girl be friends with me for over 10 plus years. I'm thinking everything is platonic, and she told me she was in love with me the whole time. And I knew she was gay. She's never tried me up until like that night. I thought we were genuine friends, but the entire time she's just been sizing me up.
How was the head?
I didn't get it. What you mean?
Okay.
You missing the point, True.
Completely. It's just
it went right.
No. Okay. So let me ask you this, Sam, right? Because you deal with black men, correct?
I date everything. It's not one or the other.
What do you mean you did everything? That's all.
So for example, the current one that's paying the bills is white.
I figured that. You didn't have to tell me that. I knew no brother was going for that bullshit. Hey, everybody that's in the chat. So if you missed the chat, it is the man that's paying all of our bills, and he does not live under that roof. That's not nigga qualities. That is pink penis qualities. Respect.
That's what?
Pink penis qualities. That are pink.
Penis. Pink penis. Get it.
Okay. But is it safe to say that you prefer black men, or you just don't see color?
It doesn't work that way for me. It's the person. If we put everyone in a line I've dated, it go up and down. It's not about that. It's got to be that vibe.
Oh, okay. No, I like that. No, I like it. I mean, I've never dated outside my race. Because I think that maybe this might be a little racist. And not in a sense of, I might be racist when it comes to dating only because of the environment that I grew up in. And so And then I couldn't imagine a woman that's not a black woman, like giving me sex. Like it would bring slavery out of me. Like I don't know. I just. So for me, yeah, but no. I mean, I ran down on some bunnies. I've been around as far. I punch on something, but as far as like really good. But let me ask you this. So, why do you think that colored men are preferring to get, the Beckys or the foreign higher value black men dealing with women of your color more than the sisters?
So we had this conversation the other day, and I don't know why they prefer
Did you
it.
hear the question?
Yeah, I heard. Why do they
Did you
prefer
hear that question?
Becky's? Can he hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear me? Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now you were lagging for a second. It might have been me though.
I got you. So let me run that back for you. So why do you think that high value black men are picking the women that look like you over black women? Like the black women are getting like the bottom of the barrel. Why do you think that a higher value black man will take you over the black woman?
I don't know why. I mean, I do see it a lot, and especially with athletes. I mean, I can only speak for myself, and I've dated someone that dated a black one right before me, and then dated me, and he had never dated a white girl before, and I never argued with him. I never spoke back. I never questioned him, but that's me. I don't know if that's all white girls. So I didn't give him any problems, and he said he finally had peace.
Peace,
If that
yes.
makes any sense.
Wow. So is it safe to
but-
say, I love you for that answer. Keep going. Listen.
I mean, that was my experience. I'm not saying that's everyone's experience, and I'm not. I don't know who he's dating now. He could be dating another black girl, but for that moment, he was like, this is what I want. But I do see it a lot. I do see a lot of athletes that marry white women, that are dating white women. I have a lot of athletes that I talk to that I'm just like, but do you want me or do you want the aesthetic? Are you trying to like hit a prestige or something? Like that's what I think women think when it comes to that. Maybe that's what in their brain they might be thinking that, but in my experience, it was just that I just didn't argue.
You said that's what women think or what men think?
I think what men think. That like because they see it so much, like right, like you'll see a football player get famous, and then all of a sudden they have a white wife. And so it's become normalized in our brain that that's what you're supposed to do if you get prestige.
Like that's like an right. That's like a success thing. Like as soon as I get success,
right. But it's what we've been conditioned to think.
Wow.
I think it's what we're being shown more than anything, more than the actual reality.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I never even. I never thought about that. I never even looked at it that way. So I have a couple of takes, but I'll let the black women speak. Is that why you think that now not just a regular Tyrone, but a high value in Tyrone that's no fun to you? But do you think that is why the high value men are picking the white women because of peace? Because y'all don't know how to be quiet? Because y'all don't have no chill? Like, why do you think that high value, rich black men are choosing white women over you?
Well, and Sam, this is no offense whatsoever to you.
None taken.
But my grandmother told me all like growing up, because I hated my lips. And she used to always tell me, one day somebody's gonna pay to have your lips. One day somebody's gonna pay to have your butt, telling my sister. Because these are things about us that growing up, we were told we were made to feel bad about. And so in today's age, you have a lot of black women who are combative. You have a lot of black women who are very headstrong. You have black women who say exactly what it is that they feel, how they feel it. There's no filter, or if they do have one, it's not well trained. Whereas you have a white woman who a lot of the times they're brought up how to be a woman or how to be a wife or how to be, non-combative, how to make sure that you don't let a man, I don't know, hear you burp, or don't let a man see you without your makeup on, or you know what I mean? There's certain traditional things that are brought up, that they're brought up with. And then as we become adults, again, no offense to you, I feel like there's a lot of things that the Black man is looking for from the white woman that Black women have, but once they're with her, they realize that there's a certain substance, if you will, that is not there, that's missing. Whereas, like, okay, so let's say the combativeness, that can be looked at as a bad thing. Most, like you said, you were more submissive. A woman who can be looked at as combative, not only imagine if she's not fighting you, but she's fighting for you. So you have the flip side of that quality or that trait of her that can work in your favor, that a lot of times Black men don't know how to tap into with their Black woman. And instead of her being on their team, it can look like, now I'm fighting against you. Whereas now you have this other woman who, she doesn't know how to struggle if ever need be. If the money is dried up, she don't know how to be in your corner. And when the money is dried up, she's probably going to leave you. Whereas, the Black woman, she might actually stick it through with you. And so it's like, there's surface level and deeper things about both qualities of both women that I think are also not considered when it comes to like just picking a woman based on her physical appearance. And I think that's what Black men do when it comes to, dating outside.
100%.
The white girl.
But I will say one thing you said, that being more submissive, like you're not fighting for them as much. And something that I really believe in is the woman is the neck and the man is the head. Like, I might not argue with you, I might not agree with you, but I'm going to make sure that you get to where you need to be, even if you think it's your idea. If that makes sense. I don't have to argue, because I will literally place what needs to happen in front of you, and you're going to say that that's the right thing, because it's going to be you saying it, even though I turned your head. So it's also the way.
I love that, because that's something that I recently was like taught how to do as a woman.
Yeah.
I think that if you're not doing something the way that I think you should be doing it, or even if it's the right way, that now I have to tell you that that's the wrong way, and
right.
tell you that you're doing it wrong, and tell you how to do it correctly, as opposed to stroking his ego, because that's really what it is. Like, as women, we have that superpower where we literally can make men do whatever we want without actually telling them that. And that's an art. So I do like.
You really love a man, but that's for all women. It doesn't matter what we are. It's that's how you can truly love a man, and then they can still feel like a man. I never want a man to feel like he doesn't know best. You know what I mean? It's that alpha male syndrome, and I want to keep it. So that was all I had to say to what you said, but I agree.
I personally don't.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, please go.
I personally feel like this narrative, and it might be a narrative, it might be true. I'm not sure. I'm not really in depth on what men are really going through, but I will say that it is a really big narrative and a myth that Black women are combative. You have to look at the men that are saying that Black women are combative. You have to look at the situations that men are putting these women in order for them to be combative. You have to look at the woman, how she was raised, how her mother talked to her father. You have to also look at the man and how he might have been talked to by his mother. There are so many things that start to get into the dysfunction of the Black community and the relationships that cause even women to step outside of their race and date. Because I'm telling you, it's not just the Black women are combative. There's a lot of hurt and psychological warfare that has caused some women not to tap into their feminine energy. Now, I really do preach being feminine. I was raised in a household with a mother and a father that did great with communicating. So I brought that into my own life. But I do feel like just because you're in a toxic situation, or just because you might be with a man that's not doing whatever, I do not agree with being toxic or acting masculine in any kind of way. I still feel like you should maintain your feminine energy in any situation if you want to control the situation.
Amen.
I hear what you're saying, and I agree with that as well. I think that a lot of the times, though, as women, we don't even know that we're doing it. Like, honestly, like you said, you were brought up in a household that was like respectful. You know, your parents converse. They verbally, I guess, got over conflict and disagreements. I was raised by DMX in the female version. Like, my mom was a dog. And so I didn't know that there was another way to be a woman until I actually physically saw it. And a lot of women don't have that opportunity to see it. They don't know. And having the opposite gender in front of them, a man trying to tell a woman how to be a woman or vice versa, it'll never work.
Never.
Like, so a lot of the times that's where women will only hear it, that you're combative, that you're angry, that, you know, that whole, I mean, the angry Black woman is a stereotype, and unfortunately is real sometimes, but it's coming from a place of pain. It's coming from a place of anger. It's coming from a place of hurt, but it doesn't change the fact that that's what people see. And so we can't tell somebody else, you have to look past this about that person. You have to look at their past. You have to look at how they were raised. No, as an individual, you have to look at yourself. You have to be able to sit with yourself and say, no, this is not right as a woman. Be you Black, be you white, be you Dominican, because all of us got a little spice in us. So I think that although the resources might not be there, they're far and few, you know, apart, but at some point as a woman, we have to learn how to be feminine again.
Yes.
And that has to come from other feminine women.
And you have to acknowledge that, because that, I'm not going to lie, that's how I realized it. I actually did the work and said, I had an older woman tell me, "Ooh, baby, you don't do that. Oh, don't, you know, oh, baby, you do that. You let that man, you know." And it was an older woman that actually taught me how to move in my household and how to create a peaceful atmosphere in my household, even when I really didn't want to be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? But we have to have those, you have to be able, like you said, look within. Okay, I'm not being feminine. Let me read a book. Let me go to therapy. Let me go and heal from things that are causing me to be masculine. And a lot of Black women, they don't really want to do the work. They want to say, he gonna accept me for me.
Bullshit.
It's toxic.
That's why they go with the white woman.
It's toxic.
And she don't talk back and she don't argue. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
How do you feel about that, Isaiah? Why do you think that the Black men, high power, are giving up on these American Black men?
I mean, honestly, truth, I think that these wonderful ladies have kind of summed it up perfectly. I think my question now at this point is where is the divide coming from? If the Black men and the Black women are raised essentially, ideally, in the same household, and Black men are growing up and they're saying, I'm looking for this type of woman, you know what I mean? And then, you know, you have certain Black women who are possibly aggressive or whatever, you know, the description that you all just said. We divided that. Like, how are we coming up, one person wanting one thing, and then the other person kind of coming up in a different attitudinal setting? Like, what's your thoughts?
I have a cousin, and they're twins. My aunt, most feminine woman. That's how I learned how to be feminine, is from my aunt. She has a set of twins, Leah and JoJo, and one's a boy, one's a girl. JoJo, who obviously was raised by a Black woman, Black father, in South Jamaica, Queens, he does not like Black women. He doesn't like to date Black women. And I never understood that. But when you look at the little women who are his age, you see the combativeness, you see what they're being raised by as far as like music is concerned and things like that. And so it gets to a point to where it doesn't matter, even if they're raised by the most elegant, graceful, feminine Black woman on earth. When they get out into this world and they actually see the very vast majority of what Black women have become, it's not appealing. I don't blame you, in all honesty. Like, it sucks and it hurts. But at some point, we have to care enough about each other to, like she said, look past each other's past, be able to heal together, or actually take the time out and individually work on ourselves. Like my cousin, sit with yourself and say, why is it that I don't like Black women? What can I do about this to change this diaspora, this perspective I have on them for myself? It does start I don't want to say unfortunately, but it does start within self, for us to be able to learn how to love each other like we love ourselves.
Okay.
And that's another thing too, like what she was saying, is how we are portrayed by our own men. They can say, I want someone submissive, I want someone that is going to listen to me, but in some cases, I'm not saying all, you're not even meeting this woman 50-50 with raising the child that you created. You're making her, you're putting her in situations to feel insecure. She's working 2 jobs, she's doing these things, but then when you come to her, you want her to be soft and you want her to be receptive to what you're saying, when she's fighting so much and she's operating in this masculine role and this masculine energy all the time. I feel like I tell people all the time on my platform, I tell women all the time, if you do not have a environment to be feminine, you will become masculine right before your eyes. That is the men that you are dating, that is the household that you are living in, that is the career that you are choosing. You have to set an environment for yourself. I don't care if you got to light a candle and turn on some jazz, but you have to create an environment for yourself that's going to allow yourself to let your guards down and be able to be free within yourself. Because a man is not always going to provide you a safe space to be feminine. He's not always going to give you that. So we can't rely and say, well, he's not doing this and he's not doing that. It has to literally be in you. It has to be, and God has given us natural femininity. So it's there in abundance. You just got to tap it.
I'm actually in love with that. I'm in love with, before you could ever expect for a man to give you a safe space to be a woman, give yourself one. Actually want to be a woman. A lot of these women don't want to be women. A lot of these women get with these men, right? I was dealing with one of my clients today, and she comes in with it, which all these women leave with the accomplishments. I have my own money, I have my own car, I went to school, my body's nice, I don't want for nothing. And the issue is, when they get these men, you'll say that you want a leader, you'll say that you want a provider, but how can I lead or provide if you don't give me a safe space to do that? Secretly, right? You want me to come in and be the man that you want me to be instead of the man that I was born to be. So you want me to be the man based on how you view how a man should move, I don't know, off of social media, or you want me to be the male version of you. That's what these women want you to come in and be. I want you to be a man, but I want you to be a man the way that a female tells you to be a man.
Yes.
Not the way that you are genetically wired to be a man, but you're going to be a man the way that, as a woman, I think that a man should be. And that is where a lot of these women are fucking up. A lot of these women don't want to be wives. A lot of these women don't want to be women. And so when these men come into these households, it becomes a power struggle. It becomes a dick measuring contest. And that is why a lot of men will, and no offense, will go to the Beckys, will go to the Latina women, will go to the Caribbean women, because those women know their place. They are in love with everything about being a woman. There is no commandments. There is no fight. There is no, oh, we make the same money, so I'm going to have an equal this and that. They come in looking to nurture, love, procreate, and be whatever their man needs them to be, the helpmate that they're supposed to be. It's this,
Yeah.
it's American, African-American women that come into these relationships overly entitled, and they flatter themselves, they overvalue themselves, and that's why a majority of these women will die alone. They will die alone because these men are saying, why would I deal with you when I can go to a third world country and go get a woman that may not speak the best of English, but she appreciates what I bring to the table. She appreciates, not only does she love me for my dollar, but she loves me for just being a man that's willing to get up and go out here and try. Think about how bad the African American man is ridiculed. They'll tell you that a hard-working man is not good enough for you. A hard-working, everyday, regular man is not accepted if we go by social media standards. He's not. You got to be 6'1". Your dick has to be 10 inches long. You have to be able to break dance. You have to be able to fight. You have to be able to kill. You have to be able to sing. You have to be able to rap. God forbid you're in touch with your emotions. Do you know how hard it is to be a fucking black man? God forbid you make $70,000 a year, which is actually on the high end if we get into economics and society. Because people are making 45s and 30s. God forbid if you make 70 and you climb your way to middle class, that's still not good enough because the African American woman wants a baller. You got to pay 100% of the bills. How, baby? We only make 140,000 between the both of us. Our bills collectively, annually, it tops out around 100,000, and we damn sure not saving that other 40,000 because, babe, you know you wanted that trip, and you know you wanted your titties done, and you know I had to get that. How are we living? How are we surviving? How are we saving? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But some of these, I don't know, Truth. I feel like there may be some black men that may have been disappointed or may feel like, I'm talking about maybe the good ones, but I do sometimes feel like some black men tend to find other races because they know that those races aren't really hip to what they really got going on. They know those races sometimes can be green to some of the things that we already know to expect from them. And I feel like that might also be a scapegoat of them not meeting the standard in their own community. So they take some of that toxicity into another community. Because they know, okay, she might not hit me upside the head with a pan like this black woman might. She might actually just go in her room and cry when she find out about my side baby or something.
Let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper, Isaiah, and I'm gonna let you cook, right?
Go ahead.
If I was to leave my wife today or tomorrow, right? My wife likes high-end bags, trips, whatever. She can afford all of those things before I'm ever in the picture. So that's why I don't mind doing it. But realistically, right? And I do swell for myself. If I was to leave my wife right now, and let's say go get with a Mexican woman, do you know that I would probably cut my cost by 90%? She is okay. She is okay, right? And like providing, right? Because the providing never changes because I'm a provider, right? But look at her expectations. She wants a roof over her head. Cool. She wants food in her refrigerator. Cool, got that. But the difference is this. My Mexican wife will go in that Walmart and dress everybody from the kids to her, and everybody's good. Most of our women, what do they want? I got to pay $750 for your lace front. I got to pay, you got to get those Balenciaga sneakers that was $1,200. You got to get the Gucci socks that was $600. We know we got to get the bag for you. You know we got to keep up with your maintenance, this, that, and the third. Majority of women don't want you to get their maintenance done.
I don't agree with that because a lot of the women that these men are choosing that are in these high profile lives, they are actually paying those same amount of prices for Botox and the same amount of prices for extensions and the same amount. They have private jets, they have everything. So I wouldn't say kind of putting it on the level of how much a black woman costs is fair because every woman costs.
I've never said that there was a cost. I said that if I was to deal with maybe another race, it would be significant.
But that's not true. All women cost, no matter what race they are.
All women are going to cost. I never ever said that they didn't. I said that I would cut my cost significantly. That's what I said. That's what I said. Significantly. That's what I'm saying. One is cool with Nike. The other one is cool with Louis Vuitton. That's what I'm saying. So when a lot of women say that men don't provide, are you even being realistic about the level of provision that you expect? Why, as a couple, would we go buy a $10,000 bag and we live on Section 8? Mm-hmm. It's a nigga mindset. Why would we go out and get an $80,000 car and we live in a $73,000 road? Why? It's the nigga mindset. What the fuck would make you think that you should go out and get a $2,000 weed and we have a $1,200 rent? It's the nigga mindset. All that I'm saying. But go ahead, Isaiah. I apologize.
No, I think y'all covered it, honestly. And ladies, feel free to answer. So we were talking about black women kind of coming off aggressive, and then we broke into the financial conversation. Like, do y'all feel like, you know, Nani, you had said something, I can't recall exactly what you said, but it was basically about black men tapping into the African-American woman. Like, so that tells me that, which I know, I'm married to an African-American woman, and I know that she's layered. I know that I love black women. I know that she's layered, right? So with that being said, like I realized that I learned something new about her. And she's my childhood sweetheart, so we'd have been together since we was in high school. But I learned something new about her every day, right? Okay, maybe today you want me to touch you this way, but tomorrow you want me to do this, right? So do y'all feel like the black men owe maybe grace to the black women? And I know the black men gonna probably eat me up in the comments, but do we owe grace to the black women because we have put the black women through bullshit? So with y'all being aggressive towards black men and basically coming in saying, I got my own shit, are y'all doing that because y'all feel like I have to have a security system in case this nigga over here plays me to the left? Like, what's y'all
1,000%. I literally just got divorced because of that. 1,000%. Absolutely.
Don't look at me like that, Truth. I just had to get some clarity, man.
Absolutely, 100%. And it's because we don't feel safe with y'all. Not to the level where it's real. It's not all women. Let me not say that, because I'm sure Truth's wife is very much so secure with him. She feels safe with him, and I'm sure the same for your wife. Like, you know, they feel. But unfortunately, you have a lot of black men, and if they do have money, they want to control their wife. That's the situation I had. And you get to a point to where it's like, okay, a good man is considered a man who provides, protects, and, you know, basically maintains a woman emotionally, physically, whatever, right? You'll have a man who will only provide. And provide provision, meaning financially. And he feels like he's won because he's able to, you know, buy the house, buy the cars, whatever. But with that, he takes the woman out of her survival mode. She doesn't have to work anymore. You don't have to go out and make your own money, but now she's dependent and relying on him to a certain degree. Right. And yes, she can go out and make her own money, 100%, never saying she should not. However, in certain instances of life, like pregnancy, where she has to rely on him, and the ball is dropped, and now that trust is now severed, and now she feels like I have to make ends meet for myself. There's something in her that no longer will trust you in that capacity, no matter what it is that you provide for her financially. And unfortunately, when things do hit the fan and everything that she thought deep down about you that was an insecurity to her now becomes true, now she carries that into every other relationship that she has with other black men. So that's something, for one, that women, of course, we have to be able to heal from. But as men, you, in my humble opinion, have to be able to take accountability for the fact that I really never made this woman feel safe. I never really gave her a genuine opportunity to just be in her femininity.
So why deal with me? So why deal with me then, unsafe woman?
I'm not saying that you should, but even in times where you have women who they're in love, or they're in a marriage, or they have these ties with people.
But if you were never safe, if I've never put you in that safe space, right? Because this has always been, because unless you're telling me that I hit a switch mid-relationship and then all of a sudden I took your safety away.
No, that's it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you walked into a danger zone willingly and knowingly initially.
What I'm saying is, I started out making you feel safe, but as the relationship progressed, then I took the safety away.
Yes.
So my question then would be, what did you do for me to pull back my safety?
What do you mean? No, you don't have to do anything. Because unfortunately, when you're with somebody, people get complacent. People start to take off these masks that they put on. People stop pretending to be this facade that they presented at the forefront. It's you snatch the rug from up under you, you bait and you switch.
And so there's no way that a woman could be to blame for any switch.
No, I'm not saying that she's not, because in a situation like that, the ideal thing would be to verbally communicate about this, give opportunity, grace for there to be some type of a change. If I say, I feel like, you're making me feel unsafe, you're making me feel like I have to depend on you, or I feel like a child, whatever the case may be. I say this to you, now you have a chance and you have an opportunity to do one of two things. You can either take it, apply it, and, make things better for me or whatever, or you could say, no, I'm not going to, I don't care. And then continue on, how you already are. And then at that point, the woman now has a decision to make for herself.
Okay. Isaiah, I got a question for you. How do you feel about prenups?
I think prenups if you're in love with the person, which you should be, that you're getting ready to marry, I think that there is no point in them. I think there is no point in them. And I'm about to tell you why. I'm about to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Boom. I went out and I became successful before I married my high school sweetheart. We took a little break. I went, I bought my properties. I invested. I had my shit cracking, right? Obviously went through relationship issues and came into this situation saying, I can't afford to lose. But when my love with you was genuine and I seen that you and I were going to build an empire together, then I didn't see the point in me coming in with that guard up. So I made the choice at that point to say, I'm getting ready to trust you. I feel like now, if you're marrying somebody and perhaps y'all are not emotionally secure with each other, and perhaps you guys are not, you know what I'm saying? And all y'all got is a section of love, then I feel like, yeah, at that point, you do need to protect your assets going in.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Nani? How do you feel about prenup?
I'm only talking about the financial prenup. That's it.
I agree. I don't think that if you going into a marriage all in 100%, that I think that having a prenup can create, what is the word? Like underlying doubts for, you know, the receiving party, the receiving end.
Because
I've never had to deal with this personally, so I'm just speaking from if I was ever in this position, how I personally would feel. I would feel like you are coming into this and you're not going 100% in, whereas I am 100% in. I would feel like you have a reason to hold back. You have a reason to feel like, you know, you can kind of get away with murder, so to speak. And, you know, I never had to deal with it, but this is just what my opinion on what I would think or how I would feel if I felt somebody were to present me with a prenup.
Okay. How about you, Ms. Kendra?
I had this conversation in the beginning of my marriage about a prenup, and I personally feel like, even though I know just by being a psychology major that humans tend to change. And yeah, and you may know this person at this point of their life, and they may be the best person that they can actually be for you in this point in their life. But to actually put, I believe in walking out of it with, I believe in walking out with what you came with. That's just me personally. Even if I felt like, if I had a vindictive bone in my body, which I don't, but I feel like even if I did, that wouldn't give me the right to take something of his. Even though we may have worked towards it together, anything that we may have together should be split down the middle. If we bought a house together, okay, we sell that house, we take those earnings and we split it. We got a car in each other's name, we take that. But anything that we had before the marriage, that's why it's good for you to have things before you're married. That way, when you leave a situation, you're not broken destitute. And a lot of these women that get into these marriages don't have anything. They don't have anything to their name. Everything is in this man's name. So it's like that's all they have in order to be successful after this marriage is to take him for everything that he has. And it's also a bit of being vindictive as well, right? He cheated. He got a side baby. Forget the respect. Forget the love. I'm gonna fuck you over, right? I think that protects us in that situation. But I really personally wouldn't have one. But I mean, it did come up, and if a man that I with ever wanted one, phew, I don't have no pressure with that.
My turn. I was patient. So this is what I will say, and I'm gonna piggyback off a little bit of what you said. If you have an issue signing a prenup, in my eyes, I'm looking for a come. If I come into the situation with my own money and you have your own money, why can't we have a clear, like if we ever decide to separate, why can't we have a clear understanding that you leave with what you came with and I leave with what I came with, right? You know, like I know, like we know, if you've ever been in a breakup, that person that you got into a relationship with is usually not the same person that you're breaking up. And if you know, like I know, like we know, if somebody wants to get back at you or if somebody is bitter, the first thing that they are going to attack is that one. For me, maybe it's because I come from the hood. Maybe it's because I used to get my money illegally. I don't like playing around with my money. I don't even like giving people a safe space to play with my money, because I also know that playing with people's money it brings an ugly side out of it. What happens is, and this is just me, right? A lot of these women, they come into these relationships, and men, because I feel like successful women should make these men sign prenups as well. Yeah, I think that a lot of these successful women should make these men sign prenups as well, because we already know we have a new generation of a whole bunch of house husbands, or whatever the case may be. Protect your money and your assets as well. If we decide to go our separate ways, I don't owe you for being in a relationship. That is an equally yoked thing. It is not my obligation if we don't work to make sure that you have a pot of gold waiting or a contingency plan. I believe in joint bank accounts. This is another thing that's changed. The only way that we're having joint bank accounts is we have joint businesses. That's the only way. We don't have joint bank accounts if we have joint businesses. Why would you ever need unlimited access to my money? I would never in life be able to understand that. And Brody, I get it. You're married and you trust your partner. And all that sounds great. Most of the people that get murdered or betrayed, it's never an enemy. It's the person that's the closest to them. Same person that you trusted, that you gave access. Because another thing with trust and access, it also breeds comfortability. That's why a person will be slower to violate or steal from a stranger, but they'll be quick to violate a family member. Because I'm comfortable. I feel like I know your reaction. I feel like you wouldn't really take it that far with me. So that's my feeling on prenups. My next question would be, right? How do you feel when people say that marriage is just a piece of paper?
You said, how do you feel?
Yeah, go ahead, Nani.
I'm sorry, was that the question? Oh, okay.
How do you feel when people say marriage is just a piece of paper?
You like your car?
You talking to me?
I'm saying, like, and that would be my answer. My question is, you like your car? You feel like if I take the title to your car. Matter of fact, my sister literally just realized that she had her car parked outside, doors unlocked in Atlanta with her title in the car.
Damn.
I said, oh, you really don't care about it, because anybody could literally walk up to themselves, write themselves a bill of sale, and now they own your car. Literally. And that piece of paper, that title is the binding factor in all of that would make it to where they own your car. So I understand the whole, I don't want to go down to the court and ask a judge for permission to go and get married to somebody. Well, you do that for everything else, and you don't have a problem with it. You have to do that with your house. You have to sign a whole bookload of paperwork just to purchase a brand new house. You have to sit down for hours and work with banks. Even if you want to buy the car outright, you still have to sign a gang of paperwork to buy this vehicle. So yeah, you can rip up this marriage certificate, but you can rip up the deed to your home. You can rip up a check that's worth $500 million. It's still a piece of paper, but it's the value that's behind it. It's the value that you put on it. And it's what is attached to this paperwork that says, no, I'm the rightful owner, or this is mine. That's what makes it official. And that's what's like certifies it.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Does everybody in agreement with that? Are we good on that?
I pretty much agree with everything that she just said.
Crab, you in agreement with that, Crab?
Talking about the prenuptial, right?
No,
Marriage
I was in the
being-
back when y'all were talking.
all right. Let me ask y'all this. Can you loan money in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you loan money?
Yeah, like let's just say, all right, let's say my wife comes to me and she stumbled across hard times. Everybody come over to my YouTube channel. It's nothing but the True Podcast.
Okay.
Hold on before we get to that.
Go ahead. I got you.
Hold on. Y'all need to hit the super chats. Y'all need to hit the super chats. Y'all need to hit the likes, man, if y'all like this live. If you're on the YouTube channel right now, man. Turn the live up. We've been in here. We've been consistent. Show some fucking love. If y'all have questions, ask them. So, back to the question. And if you're on TikTok or Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel. Can you loan your wife or husband or significant other money? Is that a real thing in a relationship? Can you loan your partner money?
Damn. No, you can't. Go ahead. Shit, I don't know.
I don't think so either. I
want to say no though. Like,
I don't think so either. Like my thing. So first, I was always taught never to give money away that you're not okay with losing. But then when it comes to my spouse, my partner, who I'm with, like
I'm building with them.
I'm gonna get it back somehow, some way. Like we live in the same house. Like, you know what I mean? Even if it's, I don't know. I just don't.
I think it's my view of marriage though. Like kind of like I just said about the prenup. Like I'm building with this person. If I keep coming in independent with everything, then now I'm questioning like, what are we doing?
So let me give a little bit more context, right? Let's say it's a significant amount of money. Let's say it's I don't know, $20,000. Maybe that's significant to some people, right? And wife comes to you, babe, you know, something XYZ happened. Could you loan me the money? Now, you gotta like really hear me out with this. The bank, you could go to the bank and get a loan, they would give you it. You could go to your mom, your dad, or whatever, they'll give you a loan, you want your money back. That's your part. Why can I not loan? Like, where is the crime in me saying, I got you, I'm just gonna need that spread back? Like, what? Where is the issue in that? Where's the issue in needing your money?
I think it becomes a issue for one, and I don't know, y'all. Listen, I'm a believer in double standards. I'm a very firm believer in some double standards. Like, I think there's just some things men can do, women can't do, and vice versa. So I just, and I understand in certain situations it's very circumstantial, but I think that it's something a little less like, I don't know how to put it, but I think it takes away kind of from a man, honestly, asking a woman for back. Like, but wait. Not in the sense of it being like, I don't know how to put it. Dang.
It takes away from me because I expect.
Okay, so let's do it for the relationship. I don't think that the man, if I'm in a relationship with you, let alone a marriage, and you loan me some money, I don't think it should ever be a time frame where it's like, oh, what you got on my 40? Like,
yeah, I have that grandpa style like view of a marriage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at everything like hours when I come into this union. Now, I feel like with your context though, like, yeah, you could loan money, but I'm gonna need like context and what it's for. You know what I mean? Because I can give you 10 bands or I can loan you 10 bands. I think it depends on what you're trying to do and how I feel as the leader of that household. Like, do I feel like you just out here being frivolous and fucking up and I need to teach you something? Cool. Or do I feel like you're actually, you know, growing or doing something with it? Like that's my view. Like, I don't have this new age style of marriage. Like, I have like this old school, we're sharing, we're building together, or what the fuck we together for style of a union.
That's fair. I think that's how it should be.
I mean, that's me. But then again, I get that from like my grandparents. My grandparents married.
And if you have it, I think it's the other way around too. Like, if the man comes to the woman and he's like, "Hey, babe, I need 10K. Can you help me?" She's gotta look at him like, "Nigga, what the hell you got going on that you need 10 racks? Like, what are you doing? Why don't you have it? Number one, why do you got to come to me?" But even in that sense, like, I still think that yes, he should pay her back. I still don't think that in a marriage she should be hounding him like, hey, when do you think you can pay
So
it back?
hold on. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. I just want to be clear. So it takes away from the man if he asks for his money back from his woman. But you're going to look at your man strange if he's asking you for the money, but you definitely going to need your money. Is that?
No, I didn't tell that. No. I still said that the woman should not be. I don't think that if you give your spouse, your partner the money, neither of them should be coming back to them asking for the money. If you're in a marriage, I don't think that either one of them, the man or the woman, can
I want my
come
money back. I want my money back. Let me jump out there. I'm going to jump off. I want my motherfucking money back. And I'll tell you why. A lot of times we try to minimize shit to our benefit, right? $20,000 is $20,000. No matter if I'm fucking you, no matter if we're married, $20,000 is 20 fucking K. No matter how you put it, no matter how much money I'm making, straight like that. So if you come to me and say, babe, I need a loan, because that's what you would be asking for, is a loan. Why would it be a discrepancy? You would have to pay anybody else in the world. If you needed it to get you through a rough patch or a rough time, I'm saying I need it back in 20 days. I'm saying get me when you could get me, but get me. 20 bands is 20 bands. I don't understand why we act like, oh, well, I'm fucking you, so I would never want. Because this is the thing. You didn't have 20. You didn't have 20. You'll pay the baby back, you'll pay the white man back, you'll pay your mother back, you'll pay your brother back, you'll pay your sister back. Why can't I get my 20 back? It's different. As a husband, if I want to gift you a 20 piece, that's different. But they come to me unexpectedly, and need a dub. I'm gonna need you to run me that, and I'm gonna need that, and I'm gonna want it in all hundreds. I prefer all big.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm just keeping it 100, bro. Like
it depends. It depends. For me, I ain't even gonna hold you. It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
It depends. It
And I'm
depends.
gonna give
Most of the people that screaming, and I'm not saying you, True, but most of the people that screaming, "Oh, I need my money back," ain't got 10 bands to give right
That's
now.
a fact.
So yeah, and I'm telling you right now, like off the rip. The first off, you ain't even got a wife, let alone the 10. So for me, I think it depends. It depends. If my wife needs something, I'm here to build with you. I'm here to grow with you. Let's do it. If I gotta teach you something though, because remember, I'm the leader of the household. So if you out here, like kind of like what you said earlier, True, you out here buying all of this expensive, stupid shit, and you not saving and really building for when when shit happens, then yeah, I'm gonna need that back up off of you. It just really depends for me though. Like I don't feel like it's a concrete.
I need mine. I need mine. I don't give a fuck what the circumstances is.
Like, in different words, kind of. I get you. I'm not saying you're no plug. Like, don't
And
know.
this is the thing. I'm so funny acting. I would make you pay me it back just to give it to you. But we're going to have that understanding that I need mine.
So then you kind of where I'm at.
That's what I'm saying. He's agreeing.
Kinda where I'm at
Worded.
Like, I just can't give you anybody. I'm not giving anybody a safe space to think that we just got dubs at beck and call. And
I want to tell you, see, outside of my view of marriage, I also want to just kind of throw this out there. This is my wife. How many intellectual ideas, business ideas, am I running through her during pillow talk? Yeah, babe, go do that. According to the law, that's an investment. So when we going back to prenup, if I hit off of this idea and this business bring me $1 million, it don't matter what, unless I put in that prenup, all intellectual property belongs to Isaiah, then motherfucker, I owe her half of that. So I just feel like when we're talking marriage, when we're talking a union, and you come to me and you let me bounce my ideas and my failures off of you, why the fuck I can't give you 10,000?
Once again, I've given 10. Once again, I've given 10. I've given 20. I've given 50. I've given 100. It's not about the money. It's not. It's the principle behind it. Give me my fucking. Yeah, if I'm gifting you, then that's a gift. That means that this is a logical decision that I'm making. I'm like, you know what, babe? Let me go ahead and get that to you.
Let me
But
slide.
if you coming in and you need to be alone, because then you got to understand, this is a random. This is a Tuesday afternoon out of thin air. I say I need $20,000. Cool, I'll make it happen for you. Just give me back. And listen, and I don't even care what you need it for. I'm not even gonna put you through a whole lecture. Just when you gonna get me? Before we gonna get it though, when you gonna get me? What's wrong with me wanting you to get me? Because how many people in your phone right now can you call and ask $20,000? Flat.
Probably like 2 or 3 at max right now.
And so with that being said, why are we discounting? You just asked me for $20,000 is life changing move for some people.
And I got to pay them back. I understand your problem. I understand your principle.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think that you get a lot of people who get in these relationships with people, and then they just start talking, man, listen. And I might even tell you, you know what, man, give me 10 back. Fuck, give me 3 back. But I don't want you to have in your mind. I'm going, yeah, have it in your mind, even if I don't want it. Yep. But anyway, that was that, y'all. I'm tired. I appreciate y'all. I wish we could have did this a little bit longer. I had so many topics, man. But yeah, it was a pleasure talking to every single one of y'all, man. We locked in. And hey, Isaiah, can I borrow $20,000?
I'm gonna need a date. I'm gonna need a date in 3 months bank statements. I ain't fucking with you, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. It was love.
Thanks.
All right, bro. All right.
Hey.
All right.
All right.